I know more than one violin maker who's lost fingers.
Don't touch it.
Your hand goes straight in.
I'm gonna be working with a lot of tools, which are very dangerous, and I don't know what I'm doing. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see.
How long does it take to make a violin?
About 150 to 200 hours.
Rob.
Gabe.
Gabe, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We're at William Harris Lee & Co. right in downtown Chicago, expert violin builders.
I think that this is the biggest builder of professional level instruments in the US at least. So a lot of the Chicago Symphony Orchestra people have instruments from here, New York, all over the country.
Well, chillo. This is the expert. Gabe is on. More than any other instrument, I feel like violin has this like mystique around its creation.
Yeah.
There's this consensus that there's like a magic to it or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that's part of it. 400 or 500-year-old tradition and kind of stayed the same through most of that history. I was like, man, I'd love to make a violin, but I mean, like, I'm not a 300-year-old, Italian guy living in the mountains, so there's no way I could do it. But
Yeah, it kind of feels like magic, but we're actually gonna do it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna let me do a lot of the stages.
Oh yeah.
So I can't play violin.
Me neither. Used to think that'd have to be a prerequisite for building, but not so much. This is Gary. He's master cello builder. He's built 500 some odd cellos over 40 years. It's cool to get to work next to him, and he's helped me a lot. So this is where we'll start. Basic building block is going to be the form. So this is what everything is going to be built around.
Yeah.
Put the blocks on, and these are what I have glued on here. And this is where we glue the ribs once we bend them to the form. Really just helps get us the shape we want, the height. So we'll get some corner blocks, which we use black willow, cut these to size, and into the machine room.
All right.
A lot of violin building, the techniques, tools are pretty much the same.
I can't hear you.
What? Traditions, techniques are about the same as 300 years ago. A few machines make it a little bit easier, like bandsaw. This area of the shop, it'd probably be the same as if it was like the 1940s. So very little has changed, which I think is pretty cool.
And this would used to be done with a handsaw then.
Yeah.
Another craftsman at work.
Yeah. First thing we'll have you do is mark out where we need to cut to get the blocks to size. So you have the head block and the end block. This is where the neck is seated in, so that's going to be pretty important that we get a good tight joint there. And the back and then the corners are just to help keep the shape once we take the form out. Pencil mark here. Okay. Transfer those lines all the way across like that. Keep track of everything all right, where it's going.
All right. If I'm not able to do this, we're in for a long ride.
Traditionally, spruce was used a lot, but that could be a lot harder to work, and the grain could be a little bit funnier when you're doing the corners and stuff. So this is a good substitute for that, black willow. Well,
we're off to another one. These videos, it's not until like right now where I'm like, oh yeah, I got to do the building.
Just do the same thing for the end block.
End block.
And we'll get these 4 corner blocks and then do the cutting.
Here's where I can lose a finger.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Fingers away from blade is, I don't know, golden rule.
Yeah.
So I'll try to cut right on the line for these.
All right.
Beautiful.
You ever cut yourself doing this?
Never on any big machines. Sometimes I'll leave a straight chisel on the bench and accidentally poke it.
I bet when you started playing guitar for the internet, you didn't think you'd be sawing wood.
Definitely not.
I did know there was going to be danger. Sawdust. We got our blocks.
So now we got to bring the height down to where we want them.
These millimeters are the difference between the high quality stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Also, it smells great. It's like shooting.
It's very aromatic, yeah. For this next step, we'll have to take these to that granite stone by the workbench. So there's a very slight taper to the instrument, and I like to taper these fairly close to the final angle. If just rest those there, just get 2 lines.
Cool.
Then we'll do that same thing.
Sand them down.
Use that flat stone again to get everything lined up. Since we're going to be carving on the blocks later, to take out the form, it'll be somewhere like that. And so we'll be carving on the inside. So we want that facing in like that.
You love the chisels, Rob.
I hate the chisels.
Oh, really? Hopefully we'll change that.
Yeah, that was the hardest part in the guitar building, was using the chisels.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So if you want to take...
Chisel the side?
like this kind of technique.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Nice. That's plenty. That's fine.
That's fine.
Little star in the corner there. Beautiful. You can almost choke up on the chisel like a pencil. You get a little bit more control. Try this guy, see how that one works. pretty decent.
Yeah.
Better, yeah. Having holding it like a pencil. Oh boy.
Oh.
Nice, and then we'll do the same for the upper and lower block.
That felt good.
Real clean.
The technique evolution right now is
Happen in real time.
Yeah. That felt really good.
That was,
nice curls, man.
Thank you.
nailed it.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Glue that bad boy up.
What is this?
For high glue. It's been in use for thousands of years, so it's basically just animal protein, super strong. But it's also really important for repair work because these are kind of designed to come apart. Like if you get a crack in the top or need to fix, something inside the violin, you can take the top off pretty easily.
That's like bone?
It's like cartilage or animal hooves. Boil that down and then process it, and then it ends up being the good stuff.
How's it smell, Rob?
Smells like fine violin making.
That's where the tone comes from.
Yeah, yeah. When did this start being used?
In the pyramids, like the Great Pyramids, there was some use there.
What are you looking for in the consistency? Whoa, that's hot.
Do you want it to drip off? Might be a little on the thicker side. Put it on the edge there and see
Watch
how
how it
fast
runs.
Yeah. Just a little dab. And then just a little bit of pressure too.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Push it down just a touch. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. At what point do we decide if this is a violin or a fiddle?
Oh, do you know the difference between the two? Like the technical difference?
There's actually a technical difference?
Yeah, the violin has strings, fiddle has strangs.
I wasn't sure if you were leading up to a joke or not.
Yeah. I think the bridge height is a little lower if you're like doing some like proper fiddling, I think is the...
Oh yeah, so there's
might be
actually,
the-
yeah, maybe double check my work here.
Sweet, so we'll let that sit for about 2 hours. So next thing, remove the excess that's overhanging from the corner blocks and the end blocks because we want this curve to just kind of seamlessly make its way around.
Okay.
This metal guy is the form that we're going to use to help get the shape, the final shape of the instrument. We have a router that's set up with a bearing that's just going to trace along here and then help get rid of the excess material
Very cool.
all the way around.
And what is this?
Guadagnini, that's the model that our shop model's based off of. The model that we use is built in 1765. So people base their designs off of models, Stradivari, Guarneri, Guadagnini, the size of the F-holes, the placement of the F-holes, the dimensions of the upper and lower bow, how high the arching is. So you can grab these and then head...
Oh, what is this?
It's a little violin case.
Yeah.
It's
What do
in,
you keep in there? Hopes and
tone.
dreams.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's where the tone is.
Yeah, this is the magic tone box.
Yeah.
Sprinkle that on.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
Just
get some
kind
good
of
tone
work
on
it in.
there.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, nice.
Cool. Let's get to the elevator.
It's the last hand-operated elevator.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the place we're going up to, the machine room, was supposedly a speakeasy back in the 30s or 20s or whenever that was.
Thank you.
Heading up the super normal stairs. So we got this little bearing that just traces that. But this is a pretty gnarly machine. It's the all-powerful Cuddy guy.
Technical term.
Yeah. Do you want to take a crack at it?
Okay. If I get injured, it'd be great for the video.
Yeah, totally. Views. Yeah. And a lot of like little circular wrist motions. And
Always
then,
to the right.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty satisfying.
It's really satisfying
Yeah.
doing cellos, and so we got this big guy.
Holy
That's,
wow.
yeah,
Yeah, serious cutting power.
brutal.
I always think of those stairs in Lord of the Rings, going down these things.
I've actually never seen Lord of the Rings.
What?
Do you know how old the building is?
I believe it was the 1870s.
1870s.
Yeah, it started as a Studebaker factory, I believe.
Is this the fretboard? Mm-hmm. The fretless fretboard?
Fretless fretboard. Nice piece of ebony. You got the bending iron.
Whoa.
So this
Wow.
is the violin rib bender, and you got a little bigger one, something like that when you're doing cello. So that takes a little bit to heat up, and this is what we're going to be bending on it.
These are the sides?
Yeah, these are the sides.
What type of wood is this?
This is maple. So the back's going to be maple, and the ribs will be maple too. This is kind of the starting thickness, so we'll take it down with a couple tools. I'll get you a saw, and you can cut that to length.
Awesome.
We'll put this in that clamp. So I'll keep this up against the bench just with my hip, and I like to start farthest away from me and work my way back. Once you get back here, then you can do the full length shavings. Get these cool little...
Yay, confetti.
Yeah, we'll just take these calipers, and then we're trying to get to 1.3 or so.
I'm kind of like catching it.
You can turn the angle a little bit Yeah,
A little
like
more?
that.
Okay.
That'll ease the cut
okay,
in a little
okay.
bit better. And one thing about the violin process I love is like how little sanding there is.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's nice.
It's mostly just cutting tools, and that makes the varnish pop a little bit better.
Interesting.
You-
Is that it?
And we're to thickness.
Got our maple.
All right, got the maple. A few design aspects to this. So you got these almost perpendicular strips of flame in the maple, and we want those to face the front of the violin, the neck block area. Pick two that there's any- Yeah.
This one's got a nice.
Yeah, I like that one. We're gonna have a little bit of excess material just in case, like 6.5. Then the lower bow,
Big one.
like 9.5. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, and this is going to be the first time that it's not going to be you playing.
Yeah, I can't play violin. If it was me playing it at the end, I'd be like, here it is. It sounds terrible.
Just a little bit of water, and then we got our super fancy bending
wow.
strap. Just get a little dab like that, and then bring it over to this guy. And then I like to heat up a little bit past where I'm gonna try to bend it. I'll do that first pass.
See it already going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're kind of
Swing like with
back.
my ankles, yeah, leaning back and go like that.
There we go.
Pretty close.
Something that's kind of interesting about these first parts is we're just making a really intricate box.
Literally. You wanna give it a go?
I do. Pretty wet?
You got both sides?
Yeah, I got both sides.
Nice, yeah.
This feeling good to you?
Yep, just like that. And just, move it back and forth a little bit, get a feel for it, let the wood heat up a little bit more.
'Cause I'm really yanking it. This is hard.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to.
It smells really nice too.
Mhm.
It really
Yeah,
does.
it's
I wish that could come off on camera, but yeah, maybe it needs a little bit more water. It almost smells like chocolate.
Chocolate.
Smell it, Jake.
Oh, wow. It does kind of smell like chocolate a little bit, honestly.
Let me get a whiff. Yeah?
Maybe.
A little bit. It's like roasted chocolate.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is satisfying.
Yeah.
Really good sizzle.
It's a little bit more bent. Is that?
That's
that
all
not
right.
good?
If
Yeah?
it's easier to open it back up. I go up and down, and that should open up the piece a little bit more.
Yeah. Whoa. Well done.
We're gonna let it dry in place while we bend the other one. It's a little long, so I'm gonna have you cut down
Fits like a glove.
Wow.
Super high-tech clamp. Might be pretty good. You just want to check all the edges, like that's all touching and there's no gaps.
Let's do the same
Another
thing.
one.
Yeah.
Sweet. Mark the inside and the outside of each curve so I know where to put the glue when we glue it up. This glue sets pretty quickly, so we're gonna have to move. Let's take that off. Nice even layer on all the contact surfaces. So I'll usually start with the corner blocks, and then I'll do this part in between our lines, like that. Slide it back down into place. And you don't want to go super hard with the clamping pressure just because it could bend the corners since they're fairly thin. Spin it around and you can do the other side.
Awesome. Gotta work quickly here. Clock is ticking. Glue is sticking.
The nice thing about high glue too is that you can always just heat it up and take it
yeah.
off again if need be. So it's pretty forgiving. You might need to pinch the outsides a little bit. There you go.
Cool. I think that's it.
Yeah, we're glued up. And we'll let that sit for a couple hours.
So how do we go about making the back?
I think we're gonna do a slab.
Where do you get your slabs?
I think these are American maple.
But I mean, where in the
Century.
shop do you get them from?
We have an attic, we have a warehouse, and there's some on the other side. Just stashes all over the place.
Yeah.
So why do you keep it in the attic, though?
Because it's hot as hell. All of the steam pipes for all of our radiators are running through the entire crawl space up above. So throughout the winter, it keeps it very, very hot and very dry. So if you ever want a sauna for free, let me know. You can go up there and sit for a couple hours.
The lounge.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it as stable as possible for when we start working with it.
What's in here?
So this is most of the personal instruments from the master
wow.
luthiers. This is Bronek. He's the guy who taught Jacek, and he's the guy who's teaching me. And then a couple like vintage antique instruments too.
What is the most vintage instrument you have here?
1780.
1780. Wow. Yeah, it looks like it's from 1780. Wow. It's insane.
Yeah, it's like as old as the country.
It's pretty crazy.
A lot of these old ones have this black ebony piece. That's because all the necks that they used for instruments older than 1820s, maybe, don't quote me on that, were Baroque style. And so when strings got better, they had to change the whole neck setup, I believe, to the
Hold up with the tension.
with the new strings, because the string technology's probably changed more than just about anything else
Yeah.
on modern violins.
It was gut
1780.
probably when this was built, yeah?
Probably, yeah. I would think, yeah, 1780. Probably still using gut strings.
Can I
Yeah.
play a chord on it?
Sure.
Let him put it back on the shelf, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. All right, and that's where the wood is.
Oh! This is awesome. I'm so glad we're doing this. Watch your step.
Yeah.
Don't.
All these are tops, VAs, viola, VN, violin.
What's AA?
That's the quality. So like AA plus is one,
Oh.
AA, single A.
Is there anything up there?
This is just-
ghosts?
Yeah, just spooky ghosts. There's some maple up there.
Is this the maple?
Yep, this is some of the maple that we get. We'll let it sit up here for however long it needs to dry out and,
And these are the
reach
steam.
humidity.
Do you have any idea about how long that is?
A general rule for drying out wood is like 1 year per inch of thickness.
Oh, cool. So what
Should
are we
be ready
looking
to
for,
use.
for us?
So we want something that's a single cut. This is perfect size for a violin. So probably use one of these.
Oh, dang. Oh, wow. Well, that goes really far back. That's spooky.
Yeah, this I think must be most of the cello stuff.
And bananas.
Yep.
Welcome back.
All right, let's see what we got. Nice pieces of American maple. One speaks to you. You can
Oh, I get
choose
to
that.
choose?
Yeah.
This will be the back?
Yeah, a couple things like people like to look at is like the thickness of the grain lines, evenness of the flame across the width.
This
Like-
has the most
the coolest
character
looking
to
one
it.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it's the most imperfect, but that's the one that I like.
we'll use that one. All right, we're gonna go over to a bench that has a vise. You'll need this, straight edge.
Cool.
Bench vise here, and then a couple of bench dogs here, and these will just
Bench
pop
dogs?
up. Mm-hmm. These
Yeah.
pop up and give you a little stopping point. So you get this in place. Name of the game is just getting as flat a surface as we possibly can. Make sure you're flat. You can tilt it a little bit and see the light coming through this way. Use the light to tell you what you're missing. It looks like this piece has a little bit of a cup to it, so it's a little bit lower in the middle, which is pretty common. Maple's a little bit tricky because of the curly grain. Using a black plane works really nice. Turn this until you get a little bit of a shaving, like. And you just kind of go work systematically, not too much downward pressure.
This is a lot harder than it looks.
Got some wax too. You can.
Oh, I
rub on
wax
the
it
back.
up? I know about this.
Yeah.
This is the most dangerous substance at a skate park.
Oh, really?
You got to be careful with that. You put it on anything you're grinding to lubricate it.
Oh.
That looks bad.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I put some pretty hefty chunks in there actually. Make it look easy.
Oh, I don't know how many hundreds of hours
Yeah.
I have under my belt doing this. Call that good. There's a little bit of the tear out
Yeah.
from the maple, so it'll usually help flatten everything out. Nice.
Cool. All right, what's
Sweet.
next?
Probably start working on the fingerboard a little bit.
Cool.
This is a similar model to what we're making, and so
cool. You just trace that?
yeah, we'll trace that and then cut it out, move it around, and try to get any cool grain you want to include in the back.
I'd like to get this guy, this little sad face. It's a ghost.
I like it.
So here's the fingerboard we're using.
Yep, a few things we got to do. We got to get the radius arch on the top right, bring down the overall height a little bit, and then we're gonna take this cutaway and then expand it a little bit.
Why do
So-
you expand the scallop?
A lot of weight removal. Ebony is such a heavy, dense wood. You want to have as little weight as you need, basically. If you want to grab that little ruler guy. We're going to do 1.5 millimeters. It's a little like scribing gauge. It has a little tiny point, scoring it down the whole length.
On both sides?
Yep, you don't have to push down super hard too. You could do like a few passes and that'll
Oh, okay.
measure 150. Fancy circle template. Yeah, just do that top half of the circle. We're gonna take our divider, just score a little bit deeper, a score mark into that. We can go in the machine room and there's a drill press that helps us get perfect depth each time. You can adjust how far it drills down. It's gonna be consistently drilled to that depth, so you can do arching really consistently, and to set it up, we use just a scrap piece. Sweet. When you're drilling an arched piece, you wanna move the arching so that it's like perfectly plumb to the drill bit. So yeah. You don't have to do any particular pattern, but if you just want to do like one line this side and then one line on that side,
Okay.
all the way up to out there. So,
I feel like you're really trusting me here.
oh, you got this.
Oh boy.
So you do this for the entire thing?
Just up to where we scored that line, and then we'll carve away the excess. Nice.
Yeah? That's kinda
Good.
cool.
So we'll carve that bit away, and then once it's a little bit more carved, then we can drill again to make sure we're at the proper depth.
So we're done with this for now.
For now. So we'll need a special carving jig, so this guy will just fit fit in nicely.
Beautiful.
Get a couple chisels, clamps, and then we can head over to the vise. All right. I usually like to start with the chisel, and then once I get a little bit farther down, I'll switch to the little finger plane. It's got a little radiused bottom. I like to usually keep one hand down like this, just as a guiding force more than anything else. Start taking chips away.
Yeah, a lot of that.
A lot of that. You want to be careful not to overshoot and go into the side.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is a lot of me going, oh geez.
I like that though.
This seems like this would take forever.
Yeah, it's not the quickest part. I could sharpen that chisel real quick. This is our little sharpening setup. Different grits of diamond stone. There's like diamond dust on them. Extra coarse, fine, very fine. And then we got some ceramic stones in here. Nicer for like the final couple passes. And since we have a lot of gouged and like curved tools, we have ceramic stones that are cone shaped.
Feels very
Stuff
coarse.
like that. Yeah, we want to kind of follow the curve of the blade as best we can. Make sure I'm hitting the bevel.
That's right.
Yep, and then just gonna rock it back and forth. Yeah, perfect.
This is something you don't really think about. There's like making the instrument, but then there's also maintaining the tools.
How often do you gotta sharpen?
If you're doing ebony 2 or 3 times,
Oh really? Throughout just one ebony board?
yeah,
Wow.
a lot of sharpening. You'll feel it catch
Yeah.
on the other side. That's how you know you folded the metal over. This is a strop. It's just a piece of leather with a really fine buffing compound. Gets rid of that burr edge.
Yep, it's a lot sharper now. How long does this take?
Doing the whole fingerboard, probably 2 to 3 hours or so
Yeah.
for a violin.
Should we do some more bending?
Cool.
Yeah, this came out great. I'm
Yeah.
super thrilled with this. So we'll trim these down. So just like real light pressure to start. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Repeat it 3 more times?
Yep, rinse and repeat. Now we're gonna start to bring these in. When we're making cuts, you wanna take a little bit of water and just dab a little bit on the end grain there. So the first couple passes I like to do is with a plane and rest the corner on the block. Start removing any of the excess. And you can start to see you get a little bit of a bevel and angle. We're just gonna bring that down until it just blends with the corner block. And it's all right if you take a little bit of material from the corner block, because we could always come back with a rasp. And the whole time trying to keep it as square as possible. A nice seamless transfer.
Quarter pipe there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
This is super delicate.
Yeah, that looks really good. Try to take a real thin cut. Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. Okay. I wasn't sure which way that O was going.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, let's look at that real quick. a little much, but I think we could still work with that. Let's switch over to the rasp.
I took off too much, didn't I?
Not too much, but almost too much. Yeah, this is ready for some more bending. This was the hardest bend to do, so we got that out of the way. Yeah, so.
Okay. I mean, I know it's the steepest bend, but.
Yeah, but actually before we bend, we're actually gonna go to this rig here, because we have to find center lines.
I think it's so cool how you have so many little tools for each part of it.
Then all I have to do, push this little pin, and that's gonna leave a mark, and then we'll just do that for 2 sides here and then 2 sides there.
And this whole jig is just for getting the center line. It's real small.
Gonna bend the upper bout, start with a bend of this radius here, and then just slowly work it that way.
All right, bending iron is on. That popping a bad sound?
Nope, that's just the steam.
Does that smell again? Love it. Maybe too much.
Maybe it.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Run across the whole length of
Like
the.
this?
Yeah, just to warm it up before you start to bend. Ease the fibers into bending, you'll feel them start to release. I think
A little
that
bit more
curve's
down.
pretty good. So we just have to bring this part in,
Okay.
hold that one spot, and then just slowly bring this
Okay.
hand around.
I don't know what I expected and how to get these curves, but I didn't think it would be this.
Yeah, me neither.
As far as like the tool or the technique.
that's
Yeah,
technique,
but-
for sure.
Hey,
Nice.
it's not bad. Is it ready to be glued?
Not quite yet. I want to let it sit and dry out for a minute.
Maybe double check my work here.
That's perfect.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Bend the rest of them.
Oh, I got a lot closer this time.
We're going to do the end joint where the 2 lower bout pieces come together, and you
Yeah.
want as seamless a joint as possible,
That
if
sounds
possible.
really hard.
Score that across, and then
You
we'll
got
cut
it.
that.
All right.
We'll do that same thing with this side. Put it as close to in place as possible, just so our line's accurate.
Cool. There we go.
I'll start planing these ends here And hopefully get a perfectly flat square surface.
Until they meet up perfectly.
Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of little passes, one direction. And check and see.
You told me there'd be no sanding.
Psych. There's always sanding. Nice tight fit, and that's going to be the end seam. Okay. Start gluing these up. We'll just use a little bit of tape. Make sure that both pieces are pulled in as tight as we can get. Kind of like a clamp almost. And then we're going to overlap barely. We'll open them up, and then the pressure from the tape
Pulls them into each other.
yeah, so that way you get a pretty tight joint line that way.
Wild.
Nice. Couple lines here for the glue, because we don't want to like, spread glue all over.
Time is of the essence here.
I'm kind of surprised that you're trusting me with this part.
Oh yeah, you got this.
Yeah. It seems a little bit too much to the right.
No, that's perfect to me. It's nice and lined up. It's all the way down. That's good.
Yeah.
Dab, and just in case there's any openings, just send it down in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, squeeze out.
Squeeze out.
Really even.
Last clamp for the day.
All right.
There she is.
Here's day one. All the ribs are glued.
Yeah.
Day one.
Check.
And we'll see day two. We're here. Maybe. We'll see how the jump cut worked. Yeah. I don't remember where I was standing. I remember this. It's nice to be back in your world, Gabe. How stable is this right now?
Not the strongest thing in the world, but you don't have to treat it like a newborn.
Oh, I see it says Rob.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one's mine.
So if you want to take some measurements just from the inside of the blocks to where it meets the next block to get the length of the lining, which is going to go around the rim of the ribs.
This is going to be on the inside?
Yep, and that's just going to give it a little bit more structural integrity. For the lining, we're going to use this willow. I think it's black willow. It seems to not expand as much as spruce, so the top won't crack, or it's a little bit easier to get it. So if you want to start cutting some pieces.
Cool.
And just a really good sound too.
Yeah.
Get it wet and then heat it up and then just kind of slowly start to bend it.
This starts bending so much easier.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
Nailed it.
Thank you. Just give it a dip.
Yeah,
Italian beef.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta have it dipped.
If you dip violin ribs in Italian beef sauce, they sound better.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the jardinere in there.
Yeah, the real secret.
The Chicago tone.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Just glue and you clamp it on?
Clothespins there.
Oh,
and those
yeah,
are, like,
that's what these
super
are for?
handy. Yeah.
Is this a period correct tool?
Yeah, straight from the 16th century. We need to make a little notch in there so that when we put it in there, it just makes it more stable. And so I like to find a little center mark the end.
Oh, you're making
Like
a little
that.
wedge. Chop that out.
Line up the knife
This is
here.
getting surgical.
Gonna rock the knife up and down. Do a couple passes just to make sure no fibers are hanging on.
Yep.
The little wedge.
Yeah.
Try the other one, other
Yeah.
side.
I'd love the go-go gadget, but I think I'm gonna need it.
Feel free.
I love hearing the tuning. There we go. There, I got it.
Got it. Nice.
Nice little wedge. Yeah.
Yeah, looks really good. Line our little notch back up from the widest point into the shape of the wedge we just cut out.
Shave it off.
Shave it off. Pretty good.
All right. Yep.
Looks pretty good.
All right. So just starting at that line. You make it look so easy. So much about making violins is just about little millimeter changes. I'm a blader.
Blade guy. And check to see how it fits.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's in
Beautiful.
there.
Just like locked straight in.
Yeah, didn't want to move.
Lather, rinse, repeat.
Wax on, wax off.
So what are
Sounds like
these?
A nice piece. You hear the?
Yeah, it sounds like a bell. So now
Straight
we're
out.
gonna head out with you.
I'm Fieka.
Fieka, nice to meet you.
We're heading to this.
We're heading to that. When the growth rings of the wood are parallel to the face of your piece, that's called quarter sawn, or quarter cut wood.
Yeah.
The reason that we prefer, especially for tops, quarter sawn wood is because this gives you the most dimensional stability. And then we're going to glue it book matched like this.
Okay. Going for something like
Yes. The top is more
Okay.
directly responsible for sound output.
yeah, like resonating.
It's absorbing all the force of the strings through the bridge.
The top is spruce and the bottom is maple.
Yes. If you used maple for the top, it would be stronger, but it would not be as resonant. These plates are surprisingly flexible,
Yeah, it's got a lot of flex to it.
and they're even twisting. A lot of people think that the sound holes are where the sound comes out of.
Yeah.
It's more that they free up the plate to move.
to vibrate. Oh, really?
Vibrate. Yeah.
That's the main reason for the F-holes?
That's the important reason for the F-holes.
Huh.
So this whole space is doing a lot of determination of acoustic properties.
You guys do this, already gluing the lining, if you want to do that.
Why don't you guys do that? I'm gonna take some quick measurements.
Back to the high glue.
Back to the high glue. Everything bent, all the mortise cut, all the tenons cut, and so we just got to install them and all along the edge of the lining and the ribs. I'll get one side in.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it does. Anytime there's a ton of clamps on it, it looks like it's some serious
Yeah.
surgery. It's looking good, you think?
Yeah.
That in quick. Shooting just a tad.
Beautiful. These are going to be the same. The only thing different with these is I'll use a little bit smaller brush. Start with a small, put it in the wedge, and then just use the bigger brush for the lining itself.
That wedged in there. Cool.
Very cool.
Nice. It's like the one thing that makes me a little nervous, like, oh, hope I'm fast enough.
Yeah, the high glue is setting.
Yeah. I'll let that sit for a couple hours and go get a top plate joined.
Yeah.
So our objective
Yeah.
right now is to join these two faces of the wood together. Before we do that, we're gonna flatten those so that when we put it in the clamps, we want it to be as close to flat when glued as possible. So I'm just gonna start taking passes with the plane.
Do you play violin?
I do play violin.
Okay.
And as you see the surface start to smooth out, you can move the plane back.
It's got a really pleasant sound
It does.
in the mic.
Do you know about wood grain when cutting?
You cut against it?
No.
I had a 50-50 shot. Go against the grain until the end. That's what Metallica taught me.
Really?
It doesn't apply to woodworking apparently.
No. It's like a cat.
Ah,
You go
yeah.
with the fur.
So you always wanted to make violins?
It's not my first life.
What was your first life?
I used to teach philosophy.
Oh, cool.
Going from teaching philosophy to building violins, you sound like a poem.
Yeah.
Wish it fucking felt like a poem.
All right.
How's that feel?
Feels good.
Sounds good.
Smells good.
Than last time.
Just this little guy?
Yeah, so basically here,
A lot of leveling.
That's all it is, plain and simple.
you're not going to use that, are you?
No, we would use that. And we'll probably use that whole interaction too. Ooh.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I've cut myself on wood more than I've cut myself on metal.
Yeah.
Flat.
All right.
The nodal point, clear the way down and in. And
That's right there.
The opposite side.
Oh, there's certain nodes. Yeah. So that rings.
You're going to want to not put your fingers in the blades. Right.
All right.
The glue joint, when done properly, is stronger than the rest of the wood. What high glue is not is a good filler.
So these need to be exact.
This needs to be perfect along every square nanometer.
That one felt pretty good.
That one felt pretty good. Can you see?
Right there. It's really small.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Joining plates would routinely take students at school a day or more.
We let this sit for a couple hours so we can take the very high-tech, very advanced clamps off.
And did you do this to the other side as well?
Yep, same
Cool.
exact step on the other side. We'll scrape the outside so we can get a good look at what the ribs look like. You can take off this too, actually. I like this part, the big reveal, how we did on our end joint.
Looks like we nailed
Nice,
it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive. I can't even feel when it changes.
Yeah, that's a good sign when you do that before the scraping. So,
Yeah.
nicely done. Get a little finger planing, because planing is always more fun than sanding.
I'm not too into either.
This little
Oh.
little guy.
We were also just using the huge plane.
This spot's sticking up a little bit, so I'll just come in, a couple little passes. Get the saw and we can shorten these guys a little bit. Take this guy, make sure you're over that way far enough.
This feels like steaks, man.
Yeah,
This
very.
feels like steaks.
Very light passes, no downward pressure, just letting the weight of the saw do the work.
This could get screwed up real fast. Like that?
Yeah, looks good. There
There you go.
Okay.
All right, so we can head to the sanding table.
Oh, I didn't realize it's a sanding table.
Yep, literally sanding table. So we're gonna level this out, and it's actually tapered, the final product. We're gonna shoot for about 30 millimeters at the top and about 32 for the back. So we're a little closer on the back.
Okay.
When you're sanding, you wanna have fairly even pressure. You don't wanna push down because the sandpaper works better if it's very light pressure. So I'll start with the corner blocks here. I'll swing it around. And I'll do little circular motions like that, or I'll, do a different pattern. Because if you do the same pattern, the grooves of the sandpaper just kind of go in that, and it doesn't remove material as faster. So changing up direction a little bit helps too. Kind of see how it's already cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah. I like this sanding.
It's not bad. It's just over 31, which is good because I like to do one more pass before we glue the top on. Back is over where we want to be, which is good too. Next step is we're going to clean up the outside of the ribs.
Sanding?
Scraping, because if you sand it, it kind of dulls the grain and the curl in the maple, and so when you varnish it, it looks a little more dull than if you were to scrape it, which leaves it a lot, more vibrant. You can do it perfectly flat too, but if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, you just bend it a touch, and it start to come out a little more shiny like that. The light is important because you can kind of angle it to see if there's any scratches or anything that you might have missed. It doesn't take very much to get it clean, and that looks ready to go.
All right, awesome. And that all the way around.
Do the last step, and then we'll have a finished bit structure. Like good save. Bring these little points in, cut to length.
Oh, wow.
And you want to take real thin shavings until this outside edge is flat with the corner.
Oh, okay, so we're taking that whole 0.5 centimeter there off.
Yep, just kind of keep dabbing it. It's very light.
We're in it now, buddy.
I know.
This is a make or break.
This is when I could really mess this up.
Looking good.
Yeah.
It's nice and even. And then I'll check to see if it's plumb.
Not bad. Then there's going to be a binding that also goes around this, yeah?
There's purfling. It doesn't go on the edge. Like a guitar binding, it comes in from the edge a little bit. I think the middle wood might be pear, and then there's 2 real thin strips of ebony either side. Well, that'll be a fun step too.
Cool.
Once we get to that.
All right, on to gluing. I thought it was a recording at first. So cool. We're making a violin from scratch, and I can't play violin, so we might need someone to play it at the end of the video.
Okay, yeah. That would be my honor for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Thank you, Carlos.
We got fresh glue. Once we get glue on the wood, we need to move pretty quick, maybe 30 seconds to a minute of working time, but maybe less.
Yeah.
You are using a lot of glue.
A lot of glue.
I'm probably gonna yell at you.
Okay.
It's not because you're doing anything wrong.
Yeah. It must be more nerve-wracking too when you're working with someone that's never done it before.
It's about the same, honestly,
Oh, really? Yeah. So you're always nervous at this point?
basically.
Yeah.
So things to not worry about, getting glue everywhere, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Clean it up later. Using too much.
Using too much is not a
You
problem.
can't use too much.
Huge gob?
Big gob and brush it all the way. We want
Okay.
every bit of the surface and move pretty quickly. More glue faster. Yeah, more glue. Need some up here. And down there. All right, a little more up here. And down there.
More glue?
More glue.
Okay, yeah, we're really gobbing it on.
Yeah,
Is that good?
yeah.
Got it.
Get that one and put it on there. And start turning and put the other one on. We don't want to over tighten it.
Okay.
We need it tight, but not, the rule is 2 fingers, as much as you can tighten with 2 fingers.
Not too tight.
Not too tight. Check.
How'd you feel about that?
I feel good.
I think it would be pretty good. The end grain really sucks glue up. The other thing about hide glue is that as it dries, it shrinks. So I don't bother cleaning the glue off at this stage. We did it.
We did it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Great work.
Good?
Good night. Sleep well.
This is the back. piece of slab cut maple, curly maple.
So it's a one-piece back.
Yep, line up the rib structure where we want. And we have some play if we want to like move it up or down.
What are we judging it on?
Just like, yeah, the evenness of the curls and the grain. If like this spot's kind of bland, or if you go up a little bit, you got like all this,
This is
real
nice
nice
at the
section.
top.
Yeah.
I like this. That's
Nice.
clamped down. All right, there we go. Now it's just about tracing.
So we're gonna take an awl. And so I like to just come in real light, try to make sure I always stay just in the very corner. Just do that the whole way around. Yeah.
324. I'm all wiped out.
You've already given it your all.
I've given.
Awesome. A pen with a washer, and then that'll give us the overhang. Because if you see, like, it's not like perfectly flat with the ribs, there's like this little overhang. So you want to take that into account when we trace out the shape.
Here's our back. It already looks pretty elegant.
It's a nice flame patch right here.
Here's
top.
that face again.
Sad ghost
Kind
face.
of like.
But we need to draw this in. This is a pretty important step of the process. It's called the button. Because when we mortise the neck into the instrument body, this is the platform it sits on. So we have to have this little extra because that's going to be glued to the neck.
Cool.
And so just measure out 20 from the center line on each side. Nailed it.
Ba-boom.
There it is.
This is going to turn into that
Okay,
eventually.
so it doesn't need to be perfect.
These are going to like have square ends. So we just have to figure out what angle we want for the sides there. Just kind of eyeball. Once I have that kind of where I want it, I'll do a little mark here.
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Like that. And that
And
way.
use it for nice. I was wondering how you were gonna get them exact.
I think we're ready to cut this bad boy out.
Safety glasses on again. No, I know I'm safe.
When cutting out the back, I always do the cuts around this first because a lot of times it's easy. Like if you're in the groove, you'll just like come right through here and cut the button off, and then it's like, oh boy. Looks like the blade popped out at the bearings.
Oh, so this just goes in a loop.
Yep. Yeah, you got the two flywheels. That just loosens it and then slide it back into place. See how this cuts.
All right.
Looks awesome, man.
It's starting to look like a violin.
Yeah.
In the 1500s, what would you have used?
Here, I'll show you.
Oh, really?
Something like this.
Was this a two-person job?
No, it might be a little big for violins, but you know, cellos or like a double bass.
So this is what Stradivarius would have used.
Yeah, something super
Something
similar
like
to
this.
this.
That sounds terrible.
A little bit longer of a process. Something to be said for being able to do this kind of stuff by hand too. It's Gary's, but it's just cool to have it like on the wall for inspiration.
Yeah,
Like,
and probably just appreciation for the pounds.
yeah, like if the band saw's like acting weird, I'm like, oh, this sucks. I'm like, oh,
It's like,
yeah, could be worse.
There it is.
Beautiful.
What's next?
A little more cleanup work.
It's a sander.
Yeah, it's a nice edge sander. We want to keep it as close to a 90-degree angle as we can.
Bringing right up to that line.
This thing can really rearrange your face real quickly.
The thickest violin you've ever seen.
Got this little marking gauge. Get the thickness of the edge.
Wow, yeah,
Back
we're
to the
gonna be
final.
taking a ton of wood off.
Yeah, so the edge is gonna finish at about 4 millimeters.
Where's this violin gonna end up?
Thinking it's gonna be someone just finished, high school band or orchestra.
Oh, cool.
Looking to get a little higher end than like just a regular like rental instrument.
Will they know that they can watch it be built on YouTube?
We'll have to put a little something on the
Yeah.
maker's label.
Yeah, I think that'll bring the value down if they knew I had a part of it.
There you
Sharpening my
go.
pencil like a real luthier. Maybe not a real
We'll get there
luthier.
by the end of the process.
An apprentice luthier.
You just get the gouge.
The gouger.
Oh. No wonder you need it bolted to the table.
Yeah.
Whoa. Does that feel weird to be doing after all the other stuff?
Yeah, it feels wrong. Feels like I'm gonna break something. Can you tell who's the professional here?
Whoa! Do you feel like Jack Nicholson in The Shining?
No, because he ripped through that door. Wendy would be like, I'm fine. He's never getting past this door.
Leveling out the pit you were digging, that pit looks a whole lot better now.
It does.
A whole lot better.
Ha!
All right.
Yeah, dude, now you're feeling it.
Yeah, cream rises to the top. Oh yeah, and I am the cream of the World
Whoa.
Wrestling Federation.
We will never make a video as good as the cream of the crop chroma.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in. But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
That's day 2.
Day 2.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You gonna snap?
Oh,
Snap.
Get ready for day 3.
it is day 3. You got this chopped up?
The next thing we're gonna do is bring the edges down to their final height.
Looks great.
I love being able to see each literal scrape.
Yeah. How long did that take you?
Not much longer than after you guys left.
Yeah.
We've got a bit on the drill press. Makes this a little faster. We are making the whole edge flat. It's not that dangerous. Any tool that's got rotational cutting is something to be respected. Like with a bandsaw, just cutting up and down, you can be cutting a piece and just take your hands off the piece and it's not gonna go anywhere. Table saw or something like that, you're all, right? Turns it into a missile. There's a little bit of kickback risk. So you always have to go the right direction.
Always left to right.
It's going clockwise. Go against the cut. If you go with the cut, find a spot that locks it in place. Right now we are at a little under 6 millimeters. Our target for the edges is 4,
So it's right to left.
left to right.
If I just win it, I would have done the opposite.
So press down pretty firmly. This is the hand that is in danger if something happens.
Okay. This is pretty scary, honestly.
How does it feel?
Dangerous. I'm really pressing into it.
Yeah, that's good. But it actually is surprisingly tiring, right?
Yeah.
Should we cut out the top?
Yeah.
Piece joined down the middle. Rod 3.
Nice.
Gonna make the relief cuts on the other side.
Sure.
Maybe it's a little trickier than the back because you've got a much smaller flat platform.
And you want it to be on that platform and not this?
Exactly.
Cool.
Feel hard to keep it straight.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Those scare me too. Planers. I know more than one violin maker who's lost fingers.
It looks hungry.
It's very hungry.
Don't touch it.
So you're going like that, right? Piece flies and
Your hand goes straight.
your hand goes straight in.
Ooh.
I don't use it.
Yeah. Made a nice little half pipe. You see, it didn't break in the hide glue.
That's right. See.
Oh, wow.
It's really satisfying. All right. There's our
Perfect.
front.
Fantastic. We'll rough out some of that wood, just like we did with the back.
Is the front a lot thinner than the back?
Probably about the same in the upper and lower bouts. The back, you imagine like a speaker, sort of concentric circles.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. The back, we usually have this concentric circle pattern of thickness, whereas the top will be much more uniform throughout.
So next you're just gouging stuff with this. Yeah, we're back with Gabe.
All right, we'll have you do the same that you did with the top. Mark the height we're gonna go to.
Round the outside, round the outside.
Yeah.
Immediately thought about that when you said it.
I think that's the song's about, isn't it?
Making a violin. We get rid of so much wood.
It depends on the shavings. You can use it for like fertilizer, like mulch or something.
So you have a block of wood.
Yeah.
Some of it turns into a priceless instrument.
Yeah.
Other turns into fertilizer.
Yep. So you got the whole range.
Start gouging.
Yeah. Get it locked into place. All we're gonna do is try to get down just above that line. Use the old Excalibur there. Or get something a little-
Does come out of a lake.
Yeah. Here, just be a little careful because it's perpendicular to the grain. It can be a little funny. So smaller chips like.
All right. First injury of the day.
Oh no. Splinter. Or
Just chunked too hard.
I'd probably just bang my knuckles against the edge of that more than anything else.
Yeah.
It's like
It seems like you can't really have this job without some injuries occurring from time to time.
scratches and scrapes.
Oh, nice.
This is the probably the trickiest area because you got the arch coming down right here, and so there's not a whole lot of room for error. So because this is going to be the highest point.
I didn't think about that while I was doing it.
Usually start with the biggest, most aggressive tool, and then as you get closer and closer, it'll get more and more refined.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah, I don't think it went farther. Come from this side and maybe go that way.
Jeez. Is that okay?
Yeah, it should be. Let's see. Oh yeah, that should be all right.
This is hard. I'll let you handle it. So you've never had Taco Bell? Never had Taco Bell?
No, I heard they got good Mountain Dew.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Not sponsored, but Taco Bell could sponsor every one of our videos.
I'd be very happy about it.
Now we're back to the back.
Put your back into it.
Get your back into it.
We got this edge left over from where we got down to our final height, so we just want to blend where the arching comes down and meets that.
Blend it into the sides. Blend in the back.
Blending it. Yeah, that's great. Looking good.
Perfect curls.
Crispy, crunchy.
How far in the process do you think we are, Gabe?
Maybe halfway.
Halfway?
The next few processes are kind of tedious, but once those are done, then you can start to see the finish line.
Looking good. It's nice.
Yeah, starting to look like a violin back.
Yeah.
Check the height, because I think we're a little tall. We're gonna shoot to finish at like 16 and a half or so.
Planer?
Don't forget to wax your board.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a flat surface, I find, and then work the arch into that, and from that, you start to see all the figure come out.
Yeah.
What's the name of the game you guys are releasing?
Fretless.
Look at that.
Whoa. Didn't know we were
wasn't me.
advertising Fretless in this video.
It wasn't me, it was the maple.
I would love a Taco Bell sponsor so much. Today we're making a violin so we can live Moss.
I think we're at the height we need to be. Now we're gonna switch to a little bit more precision tool, different size finger planes to get rid of the marks we left with that tool. Just going across the grain. We want there to be a slight recurve almost right along the edge, so all this is gonna have to come out. Pretend like you're a beaver cutting down a tree or something.
I've always wanted to be a beaver.
But they make pretty good violins.
What type of music would a beaver play? Kenny Loggins, probably.
Whatever it's gonna be damn loud.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. That's what we needed.
That one felt good. Hey, I'm getting better.
There you go.
Lather, rinse, repeat.
Mm-hmm. Do a little cleanup and get the tools for the next job.
Here's our sides. Here we go.
There you go.
This is the Temu version. That sounds like a box. Awesome. Don't throw your back out.
Oh man, I'll give it right back to you when we're done. Get it cleaned up and do a little more arching. And
Does it feel different than the maple?
It does. I might just be luck, but it feels a little easier to cut through.
yeah, this doesn't have the curl and figure and flames.
Scoop in the top. Scoop the mids. How many puns can we put into this video?
Yeah.
I'm getting a really good shot from the cradle to the Gabe. Really sprucing up this table.
Ew.
Making violins is hard. That's what I've learned.
Yeah?
Am I doing this okay?
Yeah, looks really good. Arching on the top is a little bit different. Come up a little less aggressively than on the back because we're looking for a little bit of a different shape.
Then do you use the same tool to carve out the other side?
Yeah, we pretty much use all the same stuff. Just like a rough template I like to use just to make sure I didn't go too far. That's not necessarily a final shape, but something to work towards.
Oh yeah, getting there.
Yeah. And pretty plain and simple.
Ha!
All right, probably call that good.
There's our top.
Yeah.
It's just getting smoother and smoother.
I started using these lights like so much during my work day. Like, I'll be at home looking through something in a drawer and I'll grab for a light that's not there. Just keep refining the arch further and further. So we're gonna get some rasps. So like a more aggressive file basically.
Essentially, we're just taking files to the edges to meet this line. Is that what we're doing? Top and the back.
Top and the back. You always want to be moving. So I'll start in one area, do like a couple passes, move over a little bit, couple more passes, move over.
Looking pretty good.
And just keep checking to make sure you're square. Looks good.
Cool. Then you move on to the next side.
Whole topic.
I like that this tool is a lot less dangerous than the other ones.
Yeah, it's like perfectly square.
All right.
So I'll try to pick one out that matches to make the shape. You just, same thing, right up to the line.
These done?
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent work. Then same for the top.
Yep. Same deal.
Feel pretty familiar?
Feels pretty familiar, yeah, except there's a line through it now.
Oh, it's a little high still here and here. So we're gonna make it a little more sloped, kind of like a bowl shape across the back. The top tends to be a little flatter.
Violin making's hard.
Feels like there are less jigs and more like your hands have to know it. This feels much more like you are literally just whittling it out of wood.
Yeah, it's a lot more like a sculpture in that way.
I would do a little more with the big gouge. Little shavings this time.
Oh boy. So trying to mimic what you're doing on the other side.
As you go into the C bound, don't touch here, leave this, but you can blend the very edge a little bit. You can use your hands as well to feel.
There's a little bump right here.
At the end, the edge is going to be rounded over. So I'm just going to mark that. It's usually going to be about 4 millimeters.
That one guy right there.
Very gently and carefully start to put this recurve in. Just a little inside the line. And this isn't the final shape. This is just to kind of get wood out of the way so that we have an easier time. See the shadow?
I do.
Yeah. That's what that shape
Creating
is.
the bow.
Yep. The gouge that I'm about to use right now is sort of defining the shape of the fluting. So this is 14 millimeters across. I sort of register it, in this case visually, to the outside of the plate. I start to trim down until I hit that scribe line.
And the gouge like defines
The
that
gouge
curve.
defines the curve. Once I hit the scribe line, I stop. If the gouge catches the wood and chips out, I don't want it to run out into the end. The direction of gouging goes towards the inside of the plate rather than the outside.
And do you do the same thing for the back?
Yeah, it's going to be the same on the back and the top. Line up the edge of the gouge with the
that
edge of the
line.
plate.
Oh boy. This feels high stakes.
It does.
I went into the line a little bit.
It's okay, just don't go more into the line.
Yeah.
Almost anything can be fixed.
Almost.
Almost. Sometimes the fix is starting over.
Making some serious progress here. Creating a little moat.
Yeah, a little moat.
Keeps the tone in, a little moat. That looks like a nice violin. I've never consciously thought that this little moat was a part of that.
Yeah, me neither.
But now that I see it, it's like, oh yeah, it's a violin.
The channel or the fluting.
Fluting sounds a lot more proper. Everything gets harder around the C-bouts. You learn how to do it on the big curves and then...
Okay, so we've got our fluting around the outside. We can kind of blend it a little into the arch.
Are you just operating by feel?
Yeah, and looking. Having the overhead light off helps a lot. You can see the shapes a lot better with
from the
shadows.
side. Do you now enjoy violin music more after making so many of them?
Yeah, I think so. I've always listened to Irish music growing up. One of my favorite players is Martin Hayes.
You ever gotten a chance to meet him?
No, if you're watching this, Martin,
Martin.
I think he has a nice violin.
He can make you another one, Martin.
Yeah, there you go. I use these finger planes at first to get the gouge marks out. Don't try to change the shape with it right now. For right now, just try and get the gouge marks out.
I like the finger plane. The big planers, I always have trouble with. I feel like there's less risk with the finger plane, like of me doing something really bad.
I'm so little.
It's our little pal.
What would you name it, Rob?
Little Bobby. Little Bobby. Little Bobby Bingle baby boy.
Holding it up to the light and looking at the shadows, feeling it, trying to even things out. You know, the kind of the big shapes are there.
Starting to look smooth. Oh, that's a cool tool.
To kind of see the cross arch shapes. It's kind of bumpy there, right? I think we want that a little more smooth.
Get some shaving done on my left side.
We can look for asymmetry. It's not quite symmetrical.
Getting our scrapers.
Get some scrapers. The maple, if you want texture from the flame, you want to go perpendicular to the flame. Just don't go too much in the same spot over and over again. You can change the shape.
Oh, I got myself this time. Got myself on the wood. The flame's really starting to come out. Oh, I didn't
So
even
the grain-
notice your scrape wallet.
Yeah.
Rich in scrapers. How do you know when it's time to move on?
You kind of get to a point where you say, like, isn't that good enough? I don't know, maybe you have this experience when you're editing your movies.
Thanks for calling them movies, by the way.
What was I supposed to call them?
This one's a movie. This one will be movie-like, yeah.
In your little videos.
I'm sure you feel the same in your stupid little videos. Yeah, there's a certain point with the videos where like you can overcook them. And then at some point, once you start making decisions that aren't actually making the video any better, they're just making it different.
Right.
Then you know that it's time to move on.
Really look at it like someone else did it. When it's yours, it's almost like your eyes fill in gaps. Like you see what you intended to do rather than what's actually there.
That can be hard in editing too, because before it actually exists, you have an idea of it, and it's never going to be that.
It's never going to be that.
Often, like the first draft I'll get of the edit, my initial response is like, oh, it's wrong. Even with like song mixes too, like usually the first mix I get back, I'm like, this is wrong. Like it doesn't sound like the demo, so it sounds wrong. I gotta be more careful. This is just the back. All that same stuff with the top.
All the same stuff.
I'm gonna cut past that right
Now.
We gotta get moving on the scroll at some point.
Oh, the swirly bit. Oh boy, how do you do this?
This is what they
A
start.
lot of carefulness. Oh, really? So we're looking at the.
Whoa,
It's
boy.
in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Is this spruce?
This is maple.
Maple. A
We're
maple
still
fretboard,
shooting.
just like a guitar.
We are gonna do it by hand.
Yeah.
This is how it's gonna be oriented. This face will be the joint with the fingerboard. And this is the part that gets,
Dovetailed in.
yep.
My friend's Ben's name is Dovetail.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jeff Linville. Dovetail. Check him out.
Let's get to it. First step is flattening this face.
And this face is the fingerboard side.
Yep.
Okay. How many times have I done this now? Well, it takes time. You didn't learn to make violins in a day.
Yeah, but just like maybe 2 days.
Yeah.
So. Oh.
Whoa.
Little nose grease.
It's got natural lubricant. Just.
You want to make sure that you want to go in one direction,
Yeah.
not the other.
Yeah, with the nose grease.
High corner, high corner. From here to here.
No,
I don't
which
have like an
direction?
especially greasy nose. Like everyone, just
Yeah.
to be clear, feel that.
Yeah. Yeah, a little suction.
Yeah, we need to decide what we're doing for this scroll.
The violin Bible. Marshall had a similar book with just a ton of different measurements for fretboards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here are the bows. Love to learn about those.
Basically, the widest point of the whole thing is going to be right here. So we're going to bring it to that width.
Moving over a bit.
Yep. Got it.
I think we got it.
It's not perfect, but. I take our measurement. I'm going to mark it on the ends here so I can see more easily without having to hold it to the light.
Yeah.
Sweeping up.
Yep, that's an important step.
You guys are in the business of making wood chips.
Yeah, that's right. Scroll block is prepped and ready. We'll take a metal template, trace it on one side, we'll transfer it over to the other, take it to the bandsaw, and cut out the outline.
That'll be for day 4.
Yep.
Want to do the transition?
What do I do? And it's
Day 4. Diego wasn't here today,
Yep.
but I think we got close.
Yeah, I'm sure it's flawless transition. I think he's going to keep working on this with you guys, but I think we can hopefully get the back glued on to the ribs today. Got our ribs, back, and top. And so the next step is we're going to start to do what is called the graduation, and that's hollowing out of the top and back. And that's kind of where it gets into the more like mystic realm of like violin making.
Yeah.
Like it takes just so much experience to know what you're feeling for, know what you're looking for in terms of flexibility and strength. We have a drill press that we can set, help us get a rough depth, and then that'll make it easier when we're using the chisel. Lay out a rough pattern. It's going to be some concentric circles, and so we're looking for the stop line, and that's about where the bridge is going to sit.
So we're drilling in holes with the press to know that we get the right thickness.
Yep.
And then carving until we're flush with that.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be, in theory, the highest point of the arch. You can measure the size of this one, and then just kind of transcribe it onto the back.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's perfect.
Awesome.
Extra space around where the blocks are going to go. Curve up here, the reverse curve. Follow that shape of the arching on top. We're just getting a rough outline of where to drill. 7.5, 6.5, 4. Got the calipers, the back, got the rob.
Yeah.
You can set the depth and make like really incremental changes if you're being super precise. testing wedge so you can just see where you're at without having to actually drill on your piece. Not quite. Sweet, 7.5. If you always want to have this part here resting flat on the arching, just go with the arch.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's gonna be kind of like you're rocking it on the arch, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Just drill till it stops, basically. Got a hole drilled to the depth we're looking for. Start to tilt as I get out towards the edge. I'm just following the line. Sometimes when you drill to the bottom, it almost like wants to pull the whole piece up with it when you let go of the drill, and that could accidentally go through. So yeah, just kind of keep this on the platform here. Cool.
6.5.
Nice.
Nailed it. Like this.
Yep, that looks good. Cool. Yeah.
It's not hitting it. Is that because it's already there?
Yeah, it's already pretty close to that height, so we'll hit it in the next pass.
4.5.
Makes sense.
So that's the first pass of the rough graduation drilling.
What's next?
Carve it out. Gonna graduate today.
Gonna graduate.
Yeah.
The old lockeroo.
Take your Excalibur, and then just a kind of a rocking motion. Yeah, just small little passes. Start from the center and work out left to right, just to kind of keep everything even. Come back to the center, a little deeper.
The thinner this thing gets, the more treacherous this bit feels.
I know.
Yeah.
What if I take it too far?
Towards the end of it, you'll feel how delicate it is.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, splinter or the?
Got the edge.
Oh, just sharp corners of wood. Probably more dangerous.
Clever girl. It's the wood from the sides that you didn't even know were there.
What's that from?
Jurassic Park.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, I'm feeling pretty good.
Wow.
Looks good.
I like it, Rob. You're getting bold, man.
I'm getting
You're
bold.
getting
Some
bold. You're
confident,
getting in there. Yeah.
confident swipes.
Oh, you're really going for it.
Ride the bevel a little bit, and then just come in from the other side and
Clean it up.
kind of make it flush. Ugh. Yeah, I see how that piece is just like
Yeah, dude.
not wanting to cooperate. These
Oh, we're going
guys.
to the hand planer now?
Yeah, once I get like past about there, I'll switch it up. Yeah, like that grinding
Yeah.
noise isn't like the best sign.
Is that the wood or me?
Oh, that's the wood for sure. Yeah, it'd be hard to get a decent sound out of this piece, I think. Just a little guy at some point.
Just
To see if that.
little Bobby.
Little Bobby's back.
Just for being such.
I can still see the divots, but they're just so small.
Yep. So now's a good spot where I usually like to just kind of see how flexible the piece is. Need to do a little bit more drilling, but getting pretty close. To draw on another little circle pattern. Back to the drill press.
Mm-hmm. Same process.
Yep.
Cool. Can we put blood in the varnish, Gabe?
Do whatever we want.
All right.
This is going to be a little bit more delicate than what we have been doing.
While you're working deeper and deeper, at any point do you achieve like a Johnny depth?
Try to go like as straight across as you can.
Okay, yeah,
a little better cut.
Great plane set down, my man. Good enough?
I'm smart enough. Gosh
Got
darn
it.
it. People like me. We almost got the back.
Yeah, this is like moments away from putting on the rib structure. Give it a little.
Yeah, that's a lot of
It's
flex
definitely
to
opened
it
up a
now.
lot. Kind of twist it too a little bit.
It's now just almost flat. No.
Oh no.
Yeah, no blood yet.
I need that for the varnish. So
Yeah, we need it for the varnish.
Yeah, if something happens, make sure to save it.
You just go by feel.
Knowing what to look for, what to feel for, gradually going down. I think we're ready to start thinking about gluing up.
Hide.
Yep.
Using the strong stuff.
So we're gonna put glue on this line here, and then all the block areas.
This is a job I'm definitely qualified for.
Make sure everything gets lined up as close as possible. We'll go around and put clamps, just so it stays in place, and then undo a few clamps, put in some glue, clamp it.
I mean, look at this. Almost looks like a violin.
Yeah, a lot of work to get to this.
I remain surprised at how hand tool oriented it is.
Yeah.
So each color is a different angle. Like these will go on the outside of the bouts, and then green guys go right along the corner. The red guys are just for the inside of the C-bout. We're gonna shape these blocks.
Yeah.
Get rid of a lot of the waste material. We're just gonna cut them down to like right where it meets the form. I like to use the outside of this scraper and just connect the lines like that. Yeah. Just a very light little round over because we want to keep a lot of material for the mortise where the neck goes. Cool. So you can cut those out. Choke up on the chisel and then just rock it. Chisel back till you get to that line.
Ooh.
Nice.
Make sure I don't cut into the side. Nice.
That's all of them, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
We always want to remember to put what side is going to be the back down,
Yeah.
because if we were to glue the screws like down, that'd be a whole thing.
Forever. So you glue it first to prime it, and then you do the real gluing?
Yep. If we just prime it beforehand, it makes everything easier. That way we know it's going to be straight and don't have to worry too much about aligning it while the glue's hot. I'll usually do the blocks first, just because it's end grain, and then glue will soak in. And then just kind of dab along the whole edge.
A little bit of glue is going to keep this thing held together forever.
At least a couple 100 years.
Yeah. There we go.
Now we're just going to do basically the same thing on this side.
Just painting in between the lines here.
You've been training for this since grade school.
Yeah.
Don't eat this paste, Rob.
Not again.
urge.
I think that's it.
So we'll let that sit for like 15 or so, just so when we put it on, it's not hot and malleable.
Cool. So you want it to
Dry a little bit.
yeah, get a little settled.
No need to run and hide.
Now that we got the glue on there, gonna get it lined up where we did our outline. It's kind of thin spatula guy. And then we'll just heat that up in the water and then slide it where our opening is that we make, and then just kind of reactivate that glue and then clamp it down while it's kind of runny again.
Caffeinated clamps.
Caffeinated clamps. Doing them ever so lightly. 2 more like up here just to keep it in place. Another double check once we just got a few on in case we need to change anything. Making sure everything's like even, side to side. Throw the rest of the clamps on. Looks good to me. We're just gonna take some cold water first, glob it on there, and that helps keep some of the glue from sticking. We're gonna take this little spatula, put it in the hot water, and not in the glue yet. Get it nice and warm, slowly, just kind of go back and forth. Reheat it a few times, and then you should start to feel it like glide, like the first little bit, you can see it's kind of catching.
Yeah.
It'll eventually loosen up to where it just glides pretty easily. And then on the last one, let's get a little bit of glue on the end there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. just
Wow.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
Small but mighty. Line it up. You can see the hide glue squeezing out a little bit.
Yeah.
For cleanup, we're gonna take a brush, dip it in hot water, just over the section that we just did. Don't wanna go any further. Drying it up so you can see if there's anything else that you might need to clean up.
Top glued up.
You wanna try this section?
Sure. These 3.
Yeah.
We get some cold water on there.
Prep the area we're gonna be working. The spatula, I've been warming in the glue pot.
Spatula.
A little dunk in the glue just to get the smallest amount you can on there.
Smallest amount. Oh wow. It's a big glob.
That'll buff.
Well, that's all it takes, huh?
Yeah, get the whole length of it. You can throw the clamps back on.
Wow. And then we just do this all the way around.
Yep.
I didn't know what I expected, but it wasn't this.
We expect them like all at once. Kind of going on.
Yeah.
It does feel very surgical.
Yeah.
Usually once this is on, you start at the top and then
Same
ready to close
process.
up.
Yeah. There it is. It's coming together.
Yeah, dude. I love when there's so many clamps on.
Yeah, me too. Then how long does this take to set?
So it'll be workable 2 hours or so.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so not that long.
So that's pretty fast.
Overnight would be fine too, but yeah, 2 hours would be more than enough.
It's gonna outlive all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hide glue will outlive all of us.
Almost forgot I gotta throw in some tone.
Oh, yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
I should go deliver it?
This is your problem now.
Yeah. We could work on the fretboard,
Fretboard.
fingerboard, like the ebony
Oh,
piece.
yeah.
So we,
Okay.
we could work on that a little bit.
So now we're moving to the part that you're actually gonna play.
Yeah, this is where like
Yeah.
the notes are gonna be.
Here's our fingerboard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we already did this.
Did we do that?
Yeah, like day one, I think. Like
Yeah.
while we're waiting for some glue to dry.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I can tell by how uneven it is that I did this.
We have to put in a little scoop on the side of this because if you look pretty well flat up against a stone, but we want to put in a little like arch. Helps lighten everything up a little bit like visually and weight-wise. A little chip in the elevator.
Awesome. So cool.
Dangerous machine. Regular table router. Run this along the side of it and bring in the edges to the width we're looking for, and it'll give us that scoop because it's kind of built into this little jig here.
Cool.
So
Cool.
barely sticking out on either side.
Yeah.
So that put an arch in it?
Yeah, just a little scoop along the length of it. Should work. Go with this. Nice and clean. There we go. All right. Got to go fund me for an escalator going.
Are your fingers bored? Try a fingerboard.
My fingers are so bored.
Probably see you got the little scoop there now.
Yeah, the
Wow.
slightest scoop.
We got a sharp plane and then head over to a vise and start planing. 5.5 mil for height, both edges.
5.5.
So if you want to take this and just run it
Score it.
all the way that way, and then same on the other side. That'll just tell us how much we need to take off. Doesn't look like a lot, so this is where the light comes in handy again. And then wherever it's touching, I'll put like a little white mark, and that just tells me where I need to plane. All just on the edge, it looks like. Since ebony is dense and super hard, you want to take real light, thin shavings. Before you even get to these high bits in the middle, I want to get the edge drop down all the way to that line that you just made. Bring the arc
down
of
to
the
5.5.
fingerboard. Yeah, exactly.
Can you feel it cutting?
Just the slightest bit.
Tiniest wispy shavings in there too.
Yeah.
Doing the radius, hitting the high spots that we marked. You're always moving the plane a little bit. You don't want to stay in one spot because that would flatten it more than we want. So.
It doesn't get varnish to it, does it?
No, ebony doesn't really ever need any kind of coating on it. Yeah. There's one other scoop we need to worry about. Like, see how there's a little scoop there?
Yeah. So the strings have some room to vibrate. Is that what that's for?
Maybe just more comfort for the player.
It's really fine.
Yeah, there's some
Ebony
cool
there.
shavings. We don't have to get it perfect because when we do the final setup, we'll get it
Yeah.
smooth and perfect, but we just want to get it
Looking
in
right
the
on to me.
ballpark. Finish carving out this side. We got our depth drilled, and so it's going to be scooping out. All about making wood chips.
Yeah, this is a wood chip factory.
Yeah, violin's just a byproduct.
Yeah.
Tougher than the stuff we were working with this
Way
morning.
tougher.
Scraper time. Just kind of match this up pretty close to the curve, and
I love the shape of this one.
yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Just the tiniest little divots. Feels good. Ooh. Here's where all the notes will be.
Yep.
Right there.
Yeah.
Here's your na. You got your na right here.
Yeah.
Somewhere around here.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, we're getting
Clamp
there.
is. Oh, this is gonna be the neck for it.
Oh
so-
yeah, something like that.
yeah,
something
there
like
you
this. This plus the front. I mean, that's all the wood. I guess the tuners and stuff. Well, how do you make? You get the tuners.
Yeah,
right?
we get those.
Yeah,
This is a similar model to what we're making, so that's gonna be.
yeah.
It's like-
That's what we're looking at. Mm-hmm. Cool. Is that the day?
I'd probably call that the day.
Yeah. So what should we do this time?
And we're on to day
5.
And we're taking off the clamps. Nice to see you again, Gabe.
You too.
Did you get a haircut? Cool.
Here's your back.
All
With
right.
the ribs.
I think we're back in business.
We are getting to the puns right away today.
Today we're going to try and get the inside graduated and the F-holes cut out. The first things first, we should drill some depth holes.
Just like we did with the back.
Yep, the top is going to be pretty even. The pattern that you generally see on a back when it comes to the thicknesses, you've kind of got this thick spot in the middle, almost like a speaker, you know, the boom, boom, boom. Top is kind of more like a membrane or...
How did you
more
draw these
natural.
F-holes on?
You know, I've got templates. It's just to get a rough idea at this point, and then I kind of went in and cleaned it up a little bit. There are a few placement lines here that I drew. This is the center line of the instrument. It's not the joint. I actually measured the center of the instrument. At this point, the joint may not be the actual center. This cross line is where the strings stop.
Oh, that's where the bridge goes.
That is where the bridge goes. And that's usually where we're going to position the notches on the F-hole.
Oh yeah. Oh, and you just hand draw this.
Looks like that. people use as a guide if they need to
when they
reposition
take the bridge off. Yeah, because the
Right.
bridge is just a floating bridge.
That's right. The feet are fit to the shape of the plate, and then it's held in place by the strings. If you look at older instruments, sometimes the notches aren't at 195, but if they have a modern neck that's 130, the bridge should be at 195. So I found where the center of this lower hole was relative to sort of the bottom of this curve. Lay out these upper holes from the center line of the instrument and then the intersection of those two lines. So I had my 2 points, and then I probably ended up using the same process for this one.
Are there a lot of Strata variations? Thanks. Very good. How do we cut out the F holes?
All will be revealed.
Yeah.
But first we got to get...
First we gotta graduate.
So let's go drill.
The cheese board. We got termites in our violin here.
Where she be?
Yep.
Excalibur.
Excalibur.
You've got Excalibur and Excalibur. You're getting nice big chunks there, my man.
Sure am. I'm getting more confident.
You gonna do any scroll work today?
Scrolling is one of my favorite activities.
Is it?
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Instagram.
People might be scrolling through this video right now.
They could be. Stop scrolling.
Stop scrolling.
What's that patch of discoloration there?
Probably some kind of mold.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
Maybe the tree was standing dead for a little while.
There's a little birthmark.
Some birthmark.
Like a few little holes left.
Maybe around 4 millimeters. We're gonna cut the F hole.
It's time?
Right now?
Yep.
Whoa. What is F? Just shaped like an F?
It's just shaped like an F.
Okay.
We're gonna take all these shavings. I'm just gonna throw them right on the ground like that. And the main reason for that is so you can go like this.
How's it feel?
Like popping bubble wrap. Left on the cutting room floor.
This is the cutting room floor.
It is the cutting room floor. A lot of content on the ground.
Yeah, look at all this content. There's so much in common between what we do.
Wood butcher.
Wood butcher.
You're cutting up footage, right?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Plato calls attaining knowledge of concepts carving reality at the joints.
Oh.
Oh, what is this?
Circle cutter. This one, let's do straight up and down. Let me get it started a little bit because sometimes the bit wants to tug and move off the...
That would be a disaster. Thank you. Do I put a good amount of pressure down or not?
Not too much. You don't want to like crack the wood, but just gentle but firm.
You got the height.
There it is.
There you go, nice. So you definitely made it through the plate. Which
I really went into the table too.
Yeah, let's check the floor.
Yeah.
A little circle cutter, 7 millimeters. I'm gonna start cutting from the inside so that when we cut through, we're basically severing the fibers and it won't tear out. Finish it from the front.
There we go.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying it.
Dude.
And let the cutter do most of the work.
Bit by bit. There we
Yeah.
go. We got that little donut. All right.
All right, let's do the lower ones.
Cool. There we go. Yep.
Nice.
Just a.
That one's a bagel.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
I'm surprised how much of this is done with hand tools.
Actually don't even know how you would do this.
Yeah. Any other way. Making violins is hard.
Admitting it is the first step.
With sawing, as with cutting, you have to respect grain direction, or the blade is going to want to catch in the grain and get pulled off course. Again, like it's a cat stroke with the fur. When we're sawing this side, we're going to go around like this. When we get to this point, if we sawed along this straight line, we'd be going against the grain. So we're going to jump across to here and come out in this hole, saw along this straight line, and then jump again. So I'll do one and then you'll do the other.
Okay.
I think we usually call this a fret saw. I don't know if it's actually used to saw frets. We put it through the hole, we lock in the top of the blade,
Wild.
and let the saw do the work and stay on the waist side of the line. It can't turn that fast.
This also just feels like a really important part of the process.
Like, so important.
Once it comes out of the cut, it is going to want to jump out of the cut and hit the opposite wall. It does not matter how slowly you're going, and go surprisingly deep
Yeah.
into the wood on the opposite side. Position the piece over the plywood.
Oh, okay.
Plywood.
It just stops in the plywood.
Yep.
You can see where it bites into the plywood. I've still messed it up, even like taking precautions.
Yeah, you're really giving a ton of space to the line. That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
There it is. There's our F-hole. All right.
Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. Through the hole. And we're off. I always get stuck. Oh boy.
Walk it up and down as you turn the plate.
I think I'm making it past the line here. I can't get the turn. See, what are you doing that I'm not doing?
Very gentle, always moving the saw up and down. I'm literally not even pushing forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Back in business.
Saw's doing the work, right?
Yep. As I was trying to press into it and getting stuck. Yeah, so you're just letting it cut as you turn, not even going forward.
Yep, exactly. To have the point where it's going to jump out right over the plywood.
Yep.
Yep.
There we go. And the other way around.
Yep.
I'm quite proud of myself, actually.
Yeah, it's great.
I was a little worried when you said I was going to do this part.
Stop.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Good. Yep.
Nice.
All right. Take that out of there.
Wow.
We got our F-holes.
Great work. Congratulations.
Thank you. That went effing fast.
You didn't F it up.
Now it's just whittling.
Yeah, basically. The cut is kind of, it's not straight up and down. It's somewhere between with the arch and straight up and down.
That looks cool. How long end to end does it take to make a violin?
About 150 to 200 hours, 4 full-time working weeks or so.
How much do these sell for?
Depends on the maker. It depends on the grade of wood. I'm not sure what this will be as far as our shop inventory goes. Our makers' violins that have the makers' names in them, I think they started around maybe 12,000.
Oh, we had a little...
Took out a bit too much? Oh,
The wood split.
so gotta super glue that back. I was wondering if we would see this part of the process at some point. Does that happen often?
No, I think it's because it's kind of a weak point. Yeah, actually, I can't see it anymore.
Yeah, that glued in really well. They never will know.
I mean, didn't you filmed it though?
I guess you're right. They definitely will know. I hope the person who gets this knows about the video.
Yeah, that would be great, right? Sort of a pain to dig this part out. You gotta kind of make space for the knife to even get in.
Anything you need to know about whittling before he starts here?
Slice, don't push. Choke up on the knife a little bit.
Nice, like butter. I thought I'd have to wait until I was retired to whittle. If I start now and just whittle a little, my whittling skills will hone before I get old, and I'll pwn all my friends at the retirement home.
It's like a poetry slam or what?
Yeah. YouTubers Rhett and Link, they did a song, and that was one of the lines. Getting closer and closer. It's satisfying. I like this part.
Probably do some cleanup maybe after we graduate. Before we do that, do a little fluting on the wings. Gonna carve this down a little bit.
That seems very risky.
Yeah.
It just helps kind of blend the shape of the arch a little better.
Does it feel noticeably thinner?
Yes. Got a scoop to it. Back to graduating. What's after this? Attaching it to the body?
Bass bar.
Bass bar.
It reinforces the bass side, and it also plays a role in distributing the vibration
Across
up and down the plate.
Yeah.
91 grams, so we got a lot of weight to lose. Ideally, we'd be under 70. We're a little under 4. Kind of get it to like 3 everywhere. 85.
85. Is there a certain frequency you're looking for?
A range. If you put this plate on a speaker, emitted a sound at 167 hertz, the whole plate would vibrate at that frequency. Put like iron filings or something like that, they would gather along these lines. The plate is vibrating everywhere but there.
Those are the nodes.
Exactly. They give us an idea how well the plate is flexing. Feel is also important too.
That's pretty cool.
See things in the wood.
Oh, cool.
79. We're almost at our tap tones. It's starting to flex pretty well. I think we're gonna scrape.
Gonna scrape by until we graduate.
Yep.
This part I can definitely do. Feels nice and smooth.
301 is right at the lower range. Do some flexing.
Much more flexible now.
We can do some cleanup on the F holes.
Could we say that we graduated today?
I would say that we graduated today. Yeah. Might have to come back for a little summer school.
Yeah. Yeah, that. And we're on to day 6, and we're here with Gabe.
How's it going? Today we're going to start off getting to scroll carving. And make this come out of this block here.
Wow. There's a scroll in here somewhere.
Yep, somewhere. We just got to find it. Because we want the grain to run the same way as the ribs for, artsy continuity. Flame is pointing this way, so that's the direction we want. So we'll overlay that like that, trace it out. So we'll grab a pencil, we'll need an awl.
Clamp that down?
Yeah, try to get it flush with the edge. That way when we flip it to the other side, we'll have the same reference point.
And that's already flat too.
Yep, if you want to just trace the outline. Then, if you want to take the awl, give a little prick into each one of those reference points.
I see how crucial these guides are.
That's what's going to give us our even flowing lines.
There we go.
Yeah, look at that. See those two little points there? You don't have to give a little pencil mark there. That way we can transfer everything onto the other side. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side.
All right.
Cool. Because there's going to be a little bit of a taper to it, and we're going to lose a lot of this material here. And this will be mostly by hand, because there's going to be a lot of this roly-poly, swirly stuff.
Impossible.
It's pretty tedious work, but once you get to the end of it, it's cool seeing you make something like this come out of a block of wood like that. Like a cello neck, we'll get some stuff that's pre-routed.
That arrives like that?
Yeah, and then we just do a little bit more fine-tuning rather than like the big cutting and stuff like that.
But the violins, you do the whole thing.
Most of the time, yeah. I might have to get Fiaca back involved.
For violin, players really expect the shapes to always be the same across instruments. So much muscle memory. So this is where the fingerboard will meet the nut. This is the end of the nut into the peg box. That's the center. That's going to help us with positioning our fingerboard and shaping the neck. So everything's lined up with the scroll.
Here's where things start to get really precise, because there's going to be strings on this.
You really want everything in a straight line down the instrument from where the strings start up in the peg box down to the button at the end.
The strings are going to be straight. Back to the big tools.
An handsaw is not square. Can you edit it to make me look strong?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So strong, so brave.
That is a man at work.
Square.
Square.
We will do some relief cuts.
Smells like tone. You could almost put strings on it.
These are all for me.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's a part of the process. Here we go.
I always feel like you're a samurai when you pull out that shield and then you got your.
I feel like I'm a samurai too. Yes, that's why I got them.
Now we're getting into the part of the process that I should definitely not have anything to do with. This is exactly what I imagined violin making would be. Like you just take a piece of wood and then just slowly chisel, and then a month later you got a violin.
So I am using the knife to like bevel down to the line.
Goodness gracious.
Feels as good as it looks.
You're just rubbing water on it?
Water helps the cut, absolutely.
And then you just do this all the way around.
You want to?
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, just make a cut. You get one cut for one chocolate.
One. A little bit of water on there.
Now, okay, now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Think about your actions.
Always think about where the blade's going. No fingers in front of the blade.
Yes.
Yeah, so
did
fingers.
I do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Use your thumb as like a little rest for the chisel.
Okay.
Get your fingers under.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Place the chisel and kind of let it bite into the wood a little bit. Your
Like this?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
You get a whole chocolate bar if you cut your finger off.
Yeah, okay, cool. That might be worth it.
Nice.
Hey! Thank
There
you.
you go.
All right.
How does that feel, Rob? Out of control?
Yeah. I think I got lucky a few times, but this is out of my control.
I got like a curved chisel here.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like
Oh, you're really pressing into it with your thumb.
That's beautiful, dude.
A lot of little chisels.
okay, cool.
And this is a part of the violin making that I never knew about. I never knew about the bass bar. You came here and it's like, this is an entire day.
Yeah, the bass bar adds strength to the plate. It helps distribute the vibrations up and down the top plate. It sits under the bass foot of the bridge. On the other side is a sound post. When the strings are vibrating, the plate is moving quite a lot. You've got the bass bar and the sound post.
Balancing you.
Yeah, your legs, right, balancing you.
Basically, we're getting a series of lines on the back to let us know where we want to put
Where
our
we
bass
want to put our bass bar. First of all, we need a center line, the acoustic center of the instrument. One of the big risks, if it doesn't cross any grain lines, it's going to encourage cracks to run along it.
Yeah.
They're very, very difficult and costly to repair. One of the worst cracks you can get on an instrument. So it should cross a couple grain lines. It's going to be angled like that.
Yeah.
166.5 divided by 14. So I'm going to put a point at exactly 11.8928.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I believe you.
Okay, so down here, 205.5 divided by 14.
Approximately 14.6785.
Can you see relative to the center line?
Yeah, how it's curved in.
Yeah. Bass bar length, some people just make it like 270 millimeters. That's a pretty common length.
Then I imagine, especially every one of these being carved by hand, then you just need to take a ton of time to carve that to be exactly the same. That's why this takes a day.
Yep.
So where do you get
Got
your
it.
bass bar wood?
So it's spruce. It probably should have relatively similar a number of grain lines. And my standard width for a bass bar is 5.5 millimeters. Let us cut some of the waste wood off. We're gonna hang on to it for cleats.
What are the cleats?
Once we start to get the bass bar fitting relatively well, we're gonna put cleats on either side of it so that when we're doing the fitting, we wanna be putting it back in exactly the same spot every time. And let's cut some cleats.
Just got to be a very precise stick.
That's all it is.
Plain and simple.
Now I just want to plain and sample.
Plain and sample.
There's so much that goes into making a violin. And this would be like, all right, there's just one piece. You spend all day on it.
Setup, that's a whole other world.
Oh, yeah, setting up an instrument is a whole other thing. That'd be like the last thing we do before the performance.
And there's people who just only do setups.
I'm a big fan of Mitch Hedberg. No setups. The dog is constantly in the push-up position. So now it's a bunch of very precise cuts until it's perfectly in this form.
So I actually cannot mess anything up on this.
Don't cut too much.
Don't cut too much.
Or else we got to start all over again. Eh?
Yeah, great. Everything's still okay, I think.
I'm getting some pretty good shavings here.
Fantastic.
I'll let you go before I ruin everything.
We get too far?
No.
Was that easier than cutting across it on the last one?
Yeah, a lot easier.
Why don't I trim it to length right now?
Just bite it?
No, I just licked it
Oh.
Just for fun?
for moisture.
Oh, okay. You get a lot of moisture, I'm learning, from your face in this process.
It's like a renewable resource.
Yeah.
It helps me when I'm carving. I measure the height at each of these lines for the shape.
Getting the cleats on. And the cleats are just temporary?
Yep, exactly, when you're fitting. Now that it's fitting well enough for it to be stable and we like the angle that it's at, we're gonna lock that orientation in. For it to fit, it really needs to be flat across this way. The same thing with the cleats, basically, they should be flat on the bottom. I wanna use the cleats to make sure that it can't go back and forth like that.
All right, and then a spot of glue.
Hide glue, yeah. I'll hold it there for a little bit.
And then you
Then we
always set it
also-
back down into the
Yep,
right place.
That's
Yeah.
right. And move on to actually close fitting.
And that's just a ton ton of very
That
small
is
cuts.
cutting where it's touching until the whole thing is touching.
Just hours and hours of shaving and carving until it fits just perfect.
Probably a few hours for me. I'm gonna put chalk on the plate, put the bar down, and when I lift it off, the chalk will show me where it's touching.
Okay, so you're pressing into the chalk. I see nothing.
It's giving me some clear readings, some
It
spots.
is?
And
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of chalk right here.
Oh, I do see. Just barely.
The little bumps that are making contact. Ideally, at the end, there should be chalk over the whole thing.
I think you're also cutting through chalk as part of it. You just can't stop chiseling.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I would have never guessed that chalk would have been part of this.
I could just be making this up and you guys would believe
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you could.
Right. Bring the center line up to the scroll. Use it for layout.
Top secret information.
So we're gonna lay out the front and back of the scroll. I want this edge to be in line with the nut fingerboard joint. 26 is the diameter for the teardrop at the end.
And then is this, from this point on, just hand tools?
Pretty much, yeah.
Every part of the process, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks like a violin. I wonder how many tools you use in the whole process too.
A lot.
I love a good freehand swoop.
Just a pencil and a prayer, buddy.
A lot of wood to take off.
Yep.
Remember that
It is, yep.
Clamp it.
Clamp it. What are we looking for?
The lines carry through to the
Scroll.
So that the scroll is also like centered. You gotta do drillies with Gabe.
Oh, drillies.
First we drillies.
Really? Then some doom scrolling.
Yeah,
You see it in there, Rob? You see
I can see it.
Some too cool
Sports.
for school.
We're drilling the peg.
The peg holes. There's 2 pegs on one side and 2 on the other, so they're gonna end up being some bigger areas on 2 sides here and then 2 spots here. This is just to give us like an initial pilot, so the guy who sets it up will know where to do it and like if he needs to adjust anything. So we give him a lot of wiggle room. We don't want to go all the way through because sometimes when the drill bit comes out, that it like tears out on the other side. The good thing about this drill press is that you can set the depth. It stops at a certain height. If you want to poke this one here, and that'll just help the drill seat itself when we start drilling. That's what it's all about.
Ah! Giving it my all.
Cool.
All right.
Sorry, audio guys.
All right.
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Cool beans.
Yeah, a slope and an offset.
One of these two will be on the other side, one of these two will be on the other side.
Now what we can do is remove like all this extra stuff here. Now this one's a little weird because the piece is overhanging a little bit when you start. Just go slowly until everything's up on the table and then it's gonna be just a fairly easy straight cut. Nice little rubber band gun or something. So you can feel a lot of resistance for this section just because it's so thick.
I can see how you could easily be like, all right, here I go.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, you can see it through.
Perfect, hold on.
Yeah. Thank you. I can visualize it.
We're gonna hopefully drill as much as we can out of the peg box area.
It's a big drill bit.
Yeah.
We're getting
That's
rid
nice.
of a lot of material.
This one will go.
Yeah.
This seems like a kind of dangerous part of the process because if you get rid of those walls,
And then you don't want to, go through the bottom.
then you got to start all over.
So I'll do a test one, and if that works, we can do the rest of them.
All right.
Yeah, I could probably go down a few turns.
I go by hand.
Oh yeah, you do?
Rare, but by hand.
Yeah, just like a hand drill.
Like stationary.
I continue to be surprised by how everybody has a slightly different way of doing
Yeah.
every part of the process.
I was surprised with that too.
Less expensive instruments are definitely more like it's the way you do it, not like, oh, I'll do it this way or that way.
Do people buy violins specifically made by you? Like, is that a thing?
I'm not that level yet, but people like some of
Yeah.
the master builders are definitely like, oh, I want Gary cello or a Jacek viola or Stanley. He's really known for his violas. So if they're looking for something in particular, then they'll usually reach out to a maker, which is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. We're gonna go hand tools from here, so back to the bench. Next thing we're gonna do is slowly work back to these lines where we started drilling. We don't have to get it to the final depth or anything, but I just wanna clean it up a little bit. You can try out a couple different size chisels and real small, thin slices. You can rock the chisel back and forth a little bit, like that.
Okay.
And the thinner the slice, the better.
Feels precarious.
Looking a little tense. Maybe you want to just like relax the shoulders a little bit and just doing some nice little.
Some relaxed little stabs.
Yeah.
Just taking the edge off.
Whoa, you alright?
Oh, I'm good. That felt good.
That was a good sounding one.
Something really cool about the violin process as well is just how much history there is in all of these steps.
Yeah, loads of tradition.
Yeah. When we did the electric guitar, you know, we're talking about 70 years of history, not 700 years.
Yeah, this is a good spot to leave that for now. So I'll grab a saw,
Start doing the swirls.
start doing the swirls.
This part I've been looking forward to because I don't get it.
It's kind of a mind trip.
That thing?
Yeah, the samurai sword.
That's what we use for the swirls?
So for this first cut, I'm gonna try to go from like here to here, and we're gonna try to go to just above this line here, kind of an angle. So it's gonna be, gonna be careful not to hit the dots here because that's gonna be part of the first turn. So once I got that cut, go from where I left off and then do a saw cut this way, keeping in mind where this line is too, and that'll be the depth stop for that one. After that one,
Oh my gosh.
of
course,
just
I
getting
mean-
started, y'all. Same idea where it's gonna avoid these dots here, and then we're gonna stop where that line is. But we may be able to do one more this way, removing these guys here. Shall we?
We shall. First cut is the deepest.
Slow to start. I'm staying away from the line too, a little bit. And I'll just go down straight until this side of the saw, because this is going to be the higher point. Gets kind of close to this area. Tilt the saw up a little bit like that. Stopping to check pretty frequently.
Then how do you get rid of this piece?
Chisel and just kind of chisel off like that.
Okay.
We keep it on, it'll be a little bit more stable while we do this
other
other
cuts.
cut, just because we'll have this. Just keep an eye on the line on that side and then the line on this side.
And I got a long ways to cut then, huh? And they
So-
both go to the line.
Yeah, so you're gonna keep an eye on this side first, I think.
Just hacking away at this violin right now.
Check that.
Okay.
That looked real smooth.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah,
Nice,
I
that was a good
feel
one.
pretty good about that.
Yeah, perfect. Use 1, 2, 3.
You do the same thing to the other side?
Orient it so the grain is gonna work with us. Real gentle taps to start. We're just gonna come in above the bottom of our cut and chisel that, and hopefully the excess will just pop out.
Oh, okay, so you're just taking off little bit by little bit.
Yeah, the grains want to run down that way, so I have to be careful I don't go too far.
It's already making some noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, plays one note.
First song on the violin.
Yeah.
A lot tougher than I expected.
You see it coming around.
Yeah, just slowly getting lower, and then it's gonna start swirling. Maybe we'll flip it over and do the other side, see if that pops off. So if you want to just try to probably go this way, just take like little.
Chunks off.
Yeah. Nice.
My style. It's a little risky.
It feels a little risky. And so now we're scrolling with the homies. There you go. Awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Look
pretty good.
at this.
Yeah.
Being able to see how it ties into the neck just makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My goodness, dude.
Yeah. This is what I thought making a violin would be like.
Thanks, Gabe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no
This
worries.
is awesome.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, we
awesome.
crushed this one. It's gonna be a nice
Oh
one.
yeah, that's actually really cool.
Go check on the space bar.
Many hours later.
Yeah, how long has it been?
2 hours.
3:30. It's like 2 hours of chalking. And the video went by really fast, but that was 2 hours of nonstop chalk action. This is kind of wild how precise this needs to be. And again, every single violin is slightly different, so you need to do this to every single individual violin.
Right. I'm just trying to close up this little gap. I don't know if you can see it. Nope. I got that gap maybe 95% closed. That's a lot of chalk on the bass bar. I don't know if the camera can see it.
It's pretty even.
There goes the chalk.
The hide ready to go. We've spent a whole day on this piece, and I didn't even know it existed.
I promise we're gonna glue. So you're gonna do the clamp up, right?
Sure.
You know what happens if the glue up goes wrong?
What?
You gotta cut it out and do a new one.
Really?
Yep.
Violin making's kind of brutal.
You know, I wanna get like all of the clamps, and then I'll take all the clamps off, have them laid out. You gotta do a lot of them, and you gotta move quick.
Sure you want me doing this?
Yeah, actually, yeah, no. I'm just kidding. So it looks good. Take the clamps off.
All right, it's happening.
Actual go time. Here we go.
All day has been leading up to this. It's 5:34.
Make sure it's pointing the right way. Yep. I'm lining it up with this little pencil mark.
Do you glue both sides or just?
Yep, I'm gonna put glue on both. I'm gonna start with the plate.
Here we go. Nice. Do you need any help? Do you need me to ruin anything?
Does it look like twisted?
Not that I can tell.
This guy knows how to move.
Yeah, you got to. That glue's setting.
Can you turn the overhead light on?
This whole time we could have been working like this.
The shadows help when you're like fitting things.
100%. Got a good glue squeeze.
Hey, that's a bass bar.
That's a bass bar.
If at this point, I think you probably couldn't even take this out. If you saw something was wrong and you wanted to abort, it's a new bass bar. You're not gonna get that out.
That's the amount of time it takes.
Yeah.
That was quick.
One feature of hot glue is that it shrinks as it dries. So I'm not gonna wash the glue away. I don't want it to like pull away from the ends.
Yeah.
Pull it in. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Scrape the dry glue off.
And then this sits overnight.
I'd say 24 hours.
Great job, Gabe.
Great job.
All right.
Great job.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank you. And now today.
Day 7.
Got the bass bar on, so we're gonna take the clamps off. We have a little shaping to do.
The base
Blocky
bar's not
like that.
done yet.
The bass bar is still not done.
Not gonna shape that a little bit, so it's almost done. Get the top glued onto the ribs in the back, and then we'll have
All
a
right.
closed-up violin. We'll get to take the form out, which is one of the more exciting parts of the
Yeah.
process. It's gonna feel more like an instrument rather than a heavy block of wood.
Yeah.
So you're gonna start taking these off,
There it is. There's stuff for violin.
and you can see the light going through. You can
That's how-
see the bass bar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how thin we are. It'd be really easy to cut right through this.
That's a good mentality to have. Just keep that in mind the whole time.
Keep that in mind.
So we'll pop the cleats off next. I like to go bevel down with a sharp chisel, and I don't really push, just kind of rock it. Totally expected cracking sound. If you want to try taking off that guy there, that'll be a
You trust me.
good next one to do. Oh yeah, totally. Not super hard, just rock. Yep.
A little easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's just a small piece of wood.
Take it
I thought I was taking it easy.
It is an alarming sound.
It is.
Little bits.
Little bits.
Take the specialty scrapers, get that last little bit.
It's a lot of that sound.
Yeah.
Since we have it marked here where the center is, start just away from that and go back. You want highest in the middle and then just a nice gradual swoop down to almost nothing.
It's not smooth, and I don't want to like chop off the end.
There you go.
Yeah, it does for
There
you.
you go.
Starting to get a little bit of a swoop.
Swooping. Okay.
And then we want to like round over the top a little bit, just getting rid of that sharp edge.
Round it off.
I usually just hit it with a little sandpaper to make it extra smooth.
Rob, remember on day 1 when they said there was no sanding?
You lied.
Violin built on lies. All right, bass bar done.
All right.
Base bar done.
Nice.
Finally.
It looks pretty too.
Only takes 3 days.
Nothing to it. You can take the form off of the ribs. If you remember all the way back to day 1 when we glued on these,
Yep.
I can use this form to make another violin. And so we only put a little dab of glue on each one because we need to knock them off. You want to do all 4 big screws.
Sure. This is a big moment.
A couple things we want to keep in mind is not to go through the violin. It's number 1.
This feels nerve-wracking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's the heart and mouth moment, but that one's separated, and you can feel it usually when it gives. So you're gonna just do real light taps and hold the chisel straight up and down. A little harder.
Ooh.
There you go.
There we Hey. Woo.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Did you feel powerful when you're doing it, Rob?
I did. Felt risky.
Not a ton of glue squeeze out, which is nice.
It looks beautiful, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel how much lighter it is now too.
Yeah. Very light.
Just gonna throw these back in so I don't lose the screws. chisels.
Oh, do you glue down the sticker for?
I don't know if we have them printed out, but we could do it during setup. Like you can put it through the F-hole and like,
really?
do it that way too sometimes. I'm gonna use this guy to trace these lines again. I don't know if you remember that part.
It was like a month ago. Get that swoop in there.
Swoop, there it is.
That one's got a whole little proprietary piece.
Yeah.
I usually like to start with the corner blocks because they're a little trickier.
We're really moving fast today.
A lot of little jobs that come together pretty quick. Choke up kind of high in the chisel, and we're not pushing down so much, mainly just gonna like rock.
Whoa.
Nice. Maybe we could try this, see if that get a little less stressful.
Jeez. Okay, it's really
gentle.
good. I'm trying.
Breaking a violin from scratch.
I'm surprised that you put on the label after it's on, making a small boat in a bottle type of process.
Yeah.
Is that about done?
Beautiful.
Then it's just doing that to all the blocks.
That's gonna be same thing, just.
Ooh. Did I cut myself?
Sometimes the edges are pretty sharp.
The shape comes together.
Well, that good. That's
All right.
just a little round over.
And on the other side.
All right, now we're on to gluing.
All right. That went pretty fast.
Cradle switch.
Cradle switch.
So if Rob does it, is this called robbing the cradle?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Jake from the top rope.
Video's over. No one's going to watch it past this point.
Just like gluing on the back, same process. Start taking out some clamps and getting it lined up. I'm gonna grab the ribs in the back, set it on top of the top plate, just to make sure everything's lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more here and here, and we can double check to see if everything's still in line. Put the rest of them on. One last double check. Looks good.
Oh, do you do the same with the back, I guess, where you open up just a little bit, put the glue and open up a little bit?
Yeah, exactly. Same
Oh,
exact
okay.
process.
Maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, viscosity check.
Looks like some good goop. Do you remember the process? You want a demo?
I do.
First coat of like cool water across the surface. Take this guy who's been sitting in this warm water and just run it back and forth until it starts to feel like, slippery, and a little drop of glue.
Just a little is all you need. Clamp that down. Get that glue to work. And just all the way around the sides.
Do a little cleanup first on this section.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of squeeze out.
Brush in some hot water.
It's amazing that high glue works that well.
Yeah, it's a pretty remarkable material. That's why I haven't changed it in 400 years.
Stevens clamp, made just for violins. Well, and violas. It's interesting how there's so many tools just specifically for this.
There's more clamps than like tools, I would say, for violin making.
I recently learned that it's called Taco Bell because the owner's last name is Bell.
Oh my God.
No
Yep.
fooling?
Yep, no fooling.
That is a sealed box. Did you guys remember to put some tone in?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of tone. in it.
Yeah. We can always put some more through the F-holes.
Yeah.
Let that sit for an hour or so.
All right, do some scrolling.
Yeah, do some scrolling. Scrolling with the
Gotta
homies.
scroll.
Since it's kind of like sharp and square, I'll take a knife and just kind of round some of these edges off a little bit, just if you want to start rounding
I
off a
can do
little
that.
bit of the...
You know, it always looks so much easier when you do it.
Yeah, just rounded.
Okay.
Pull the chair. It's a good sit and work. Let me try to find a scroll that's almost done.
There we go.
So we're gonna try to be mindful of continuing this hollowed out area where it just kind of inclines in a little bit and gets steeper. Also, we want it to look like all these different ledges to be parallel, no matter which way you look at it. I'll try to find a chisel that matches the radius of the little dots that we made. Make like a line.
Now this is
Kinda like
kind
that.
of like
Oh, yeah.
sculpting now.
Just keep trying different chisels as the radius gets tighter. Once we have the line established, we can slowly start taking out little chunks of wood like that. That little line, just kind of chiseling up to that.
All right.
Small thin shavings, because we don't want to chip off higher up the swirl.
This is what I imagine violin making would be.
Yeah, this is a pretty quintessential.
How you feeling, Rob?
Feel the
good.
zen of violin making?
Yeah, I do. Little tiny chips.
Little tiny chips.
But this is truly just like by eye stuff.
Yeah.
Always checking to try to be as symmetrical and even as you possibly can be.
Full on sculpting. See it coming together.
Getting a little more spirally, swirly.
Really fine cuts here.
Start from the top and come around that way with the chisel.
Cool. Bring down this swoop.
You see it? Anyone in a Scataylor t-shirt doing really fine detail work.
It's not a good sign. You walk in to get a violin made, you see a Scataylor shirt, you go the other way. That was my fake brand with my friend Simon when we made the guitar from scratch with no experience.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering what that was. So I could probably use a little sharpening. Piece of leather on a block of wood and a buffing compound on it to give it that mirror finish and get rid of any little burr residue. Nice smooth edge.
Whoa.
Come here, Jake.
And then we're just doing this on the other side now, going back and forth to keep it symmetrical.
Did you always know, Rob, eventually you would do some sculpting in your life?
No, I didn't think we'd be building stuff at all on this channel.
Right.
So now we're doing this.
Yep, doing that on the back here, and then we'll do the volute, which is just rounded over. This just softens up the end grain a little bit so it cuts easier, otherwise it can be kind of a pain to get that saturated. Do just enough to define the channel, real shallow cuts like that.
Where would you say your confidence level is at this stage of the process, Rob?
2, not 0.
Okay.
If you want to start on the other side, maybe just so you can,
Keep them symmetrical.
yeah, so if you start to feel more resistance too, you can always put some more water on.
Yeah.
Next, we'll take off these corners a little bit, get rid of all that material that we're not going to use. Just because it's in a weird spot and end grainy, we can use a saw to cut. You want to try the other side?
Sure. That was satisfying.
Cool. So not quite round yet, but it's closer. Try to take a chisel coming from top down. Just yeah, same on this side. Just more rounding over. This is gonna be up towards the scroll, and then this bigger one's gonna be back farther down here. So we basically have to just make this fit each one. Like somewhat close to a 45-degree angle. Basically just going like that. And then flipping it over and kind of working both sides at the same time. You see it's like wider here and then gets narrower down at the bottom. So we just want to do a little roughing out. It's not going to be final width yet, but we just want to get rid of like some of this material here. Big wide chisel.
Oh, okay.
Put your back into it.
You can just see all the work that's been done on this with all
yeah, every single chisel cut and slip. Yep.
How do you brace it?
Really push against it. Here, maybe switch spots with me and
Nice.
rest it down on.
Oh, that's nice.
Good shavings. We've got these two lines. That's gonna be our like final thickness, so we're gonna just slowly work to those. Take big wide chisel. You kind of pivot and rock down rather than just going straight down. Maybe drop that hand back here so you're not.
Cutting into my hand.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Get this far along in the process to.
Lose a finger.
Yeah.
How does that feel, Rob?
Feels good.
Now you're getting some good cuts.
Smacking into it.
And once you're pretty close to the line, we can use that small rasp to smooth everything out a little bit.
And do we already have the depth of it, I guess, right? How do you clean up the base of this here?
A couple small guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works pretty good. Just do some scraping like that.
Get a good one here. There we go.
Like smooth it out a little bit more. This rasp and
Yeah, show that. Lather, rinse, repeat. Much shaving later.
close.
Getting close.
Just a little bit wide on the sides, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh wow. Getting really fine now.
Getting ready for the varnish.
Something around here. Yeah,
How
getting
long
here.
from start to finish on a scroll
Yeah.
neck?
2 days maybe. More experienced guys can do it in a day, a little over a day. Nice little set of small files that just come in handy. This is like universally the most hated part of the carving process. It's like getting in here. It's a violin scroll right
There's a
there.
violin scroll. Look at that. Look at that swoop.
It's beautiful.
Swoopiest.
incredible.
You probably glue the fingerboard on.
At some point, this was just a block of wood.
Yep. You do before and after if you want.
Yeah, this is what it looked like. Yeah, there was a scroll in there somewhere.
You found it.
We
Yeah,
found it.
found it.
Cool. Now I'm putting on the
Okay.
fingerboard.
Yep, and it's not going to go on. We're just going to put a couple dabs of glue because they take it off for varnishing, but they need it for the next set. So it's
Okay.
you want it on, but not on. Make sure it's lined up with the sides, and then we want it lined up where we made the line to put the nut.
Just a little bit of glue.
Perfect. Last one will go here. Cool. Well, that's it. So whenever we get back to work on it, I think we can take the clamps off that bad boy.
right.
And
And there we go.
Beauty.
Sounds like a box.
ready to put in
What's
some
next?
purfling?
Yes.
Show you what we're going for. It's basically just this real thin laminate that we put in that's maple or pear wood. There's all sorts of different types of wood people use for the inside, but it's usually 2 ebony pieces for the outside. And it's really beautiful looking at the signature look of a violin. The main functional reason for this is if somebody were to drop it and a crack starts to form, it's not going to go past the purfling usually. So
I didn't realize there was a functional use for it.
yeah, it helps saves a lot of potential damage.
Someone makes these here. You guys get these?
We order these from a shop. Yeah.
Gotta carve out that moat.
Yeah, got to get the channel.
Right?
This cool looking tool.
Wow.
Purfling cutter that'll score the edge around the moat. You can dig out the inside with a little micro chisel.
They call it.
Yeah, it's actually twice as wide, but I filed it down because I wanted to fit in between the channels. So
Yeah.
custom gave tool. Once we set our width and everything, so we're just gonna lightly score around the edge, dig down a little over a millimeter deep, let the weight of the cutters do the job, and try to keep it as square up and down as you can, real slowly.
Wow. Jeez.
Wild.
That's where the purfling's gonna go.
All right. We just do that all around the instrument.
Yep.
And then do the back.
Yep.
And then
Top and
do it all.
back.
This is so particular. Whoa. Check this out. Look at what I'm doing.
Don't push too hard of
Maybe
it.
I'll stop while I'm at it here.
Yeah. Nice. That was a good one.
Yeah. This is crazy. It's crazy that you're letting me do this.
Each piece is kind of like the same thing. Carve the outline, carve it away. Carve the outline, carve it away.
Exactly.
I knew that you weren't lying to me, but after you told me how this was done, I thought, that's not gonna work. Look at this.
Yep. Tiny little channel.
Tone mode.
Tone moat. Really make sure that tone stays in there.
Amazing work, Gabe.
That is
Thank you.
awesome.
You want a little bit
Wow.
sticking up, just because we're gonna trim it flush. That's a little snapshot of what it's gonna look like. A little more channel cutting to do. You can see we can't get that perfect point, so we just got to do a little bit more by hand. Connect those lines with some very light passes.
Yeah, I've said this a lot, but it's just amazing that people did this in the 1700s.
Really makes you appreciate all the modern conveniences we have, like light.
Yeah, beautiful.
Very little pressure and just kind of follow the point.
Started moving the corner a little bit. Yeah.
Nice. Nice
I can't
crisp
believe
pop.
that this works. That
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
6 more to do.
Back to the bender.
The bender during the workday. There's going to be a saddle right here where the strings rest, and then we're going to cut away up here for the mortise where we put the neck. So we're going to do 6 individual pieces, rough measurement of how long they need to be. 10 inches to give us a little wiggle room.
Right there. That is incredible to me.
Not quite.
You want to sizzle?
Probably take the clamps off the neck while we wait.
There's our neck.
Cool. Something like that.
Something like that.
It's all coming together. Do you remember about this guy and everything?
I do remember that guy.
So what I like to do first is bend like this angle, same as bending the ribs, just because it's a little tighter. Pinch some water. It doesn't need to be, soaked, but
Surprised how much water there is to the process.
and a couple gallons.
Yeah.
And sometimes
All
with
right.
this purfling, it separates for some reason. So if that happens, don't.
I didn't
Not
remember
uncommon.
anything.
Yeah.
Bend there. This thing is hot.
Enough curve
Yeah.
in there.
How's that looking? Maybe I overdid it.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
shoot, that looks great.
Dang.
Literally
dude.
perfect.
I nailed it.
Sweet.
Okay.
The confidence up.
Yeah. All right. A bit more water on there. Oh, geez. Oh, dude. Okay, I did
got
not nail it this time. Oh, wow. It does a curve. Well,
All right, I think we could save it. Let's see.
you think you can save it?
I think we can
okay,
save it.
okay. I mean, I guess it's much less material, so it can bend a lot easier than what
Yeah,
we worked with before. And
Maybe something like that.
well done.
Beautiful.
Light cut glove. Yeah,
Very
so we
cool.
got these bent, fill in half of the corner, and then when we do the C-bout, that's
Yeah.
gonna meet it, and it's gonna be that miter joint where it just kind of looks like it's one continuous piece. So a little mark at the bottom there. Then you can kind of use the reflection of the the chisel back, you can see your corner, how thick it is, or what shape it looks like, and try to match it in the reflection.
Pretty cool, Gabe.
Yeah. Whoop. There you go. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a very thin piece of ebony.
Unreal.
Something like that. That's a good one. Corners coming together.
Ooh. Yeah, it does look like one piece.
Beautiful, dude.
There's some wiggle room with the other pieces, and that one is going to be cut out for the neck or the bottom of the violin, but not here.
Exactly, yep. A little less forgiving.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, all that good.
That's incredible.
Cool.
So now it's just about putting some glue on it?
the mighty purfling hammer, fairly small brush, and viscosity check. Trusty tweezers.
There we go. Oh, you really gob it on there.
Do a couple big ones the first time. And then just do a little bit.
All right.
And I'll use the rubber side. Just do a little cleanup.
I can do this. Get that wedged in the side.
And try to push it as far up as it can go.
Oh, it really just sinks right in there. A tap tappy. Clean it up a bit. All right.
It got purfled.
Yeah, it got
I think the
purfled.
past tense of it.
Do it 10 more times.
Yep. Yeah.
Put this other corner in there.
Yeah.
And this one's just water, yeah?
Yeah, I just use the little clean that way.
Just perfectly fitting.
I grab maybe like a dry paper towel and give it a little wipe down.
Still got the back to do.
Yeah, I'm just getting ahead of myself.
Look at that.
Purfled violin top.
Of course it's going to be shaved down, but having the purfling sticking out, kind of a cool look.
Looks, yeah. We just want to get rid of this sharp edge that's all the way around. Little bevel around the edge. Coming with the file. And the grain's probably going to change. It worked pretty good.
Sandpaper?
Yeah, just kind of follow up where you went. Looks good.
Yeah, looking good.
You can clean up the purfling that we did. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the process.
Yeah.
For purfling, it's pretty important. You don't want to like dive down too deep.
Yeah, of course.
Because, you know, you can imagine.
Yeah.
So you want to just do like real light passes. Like any cut, you want to see if the wood grain is going to take you down. It's real slow, methodical.
Oh my goodness.
whoa.
It just feels so dangerous.
Yeah. Right.
How you feeling, Rob?
A little on edge, honestly.
You want to go down to where you just start to hit the top of the violin, become like flush with it.
Oh, geez.
That looks
Good
awesome,
slice.
dude.
Yeah.
Good slice.
Making it look like just one piece of wood.
All right, that might be one of my best corners I've done.
You start to look like...
Just one thing. Almost like it's painted on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's some real cheap models out there that actually just paint.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do that.
Paul Gilbert, his guitars have painted on F-holes. Paul Gilbert was famous for putting a bunch of guitar picks on a drill and then using that to do tremolo
that I've
picking.
seen.
Yeah, admire the precision in this.
Just a bunch
real
of
quick.
tri-colored fingernail clippings here.
Exactly.
That makes it a lot grosser. Dang,
Smooth.
that's incredible, dude.
Yeah,
Look
we
at
did that
this.
today. This was not
incredible.
attached earlier.
Yeah, and we're not going to film it, but this whole process happens on the back too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Take a look at that.
What do you think? You ever seen a violin? What are we looking
I'm looking at one right now.
Yeah.
I've seen at least one. It's right in front of me. It's cool now to look at it and understand it. Prior to coming here,
Yeah.
I have no idea how you put the F-holes in. What type of paintbrush do you use to paint these lines on the edges?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. I've never seen a violin like this before.
Yeah, it's the old adjustable
Yeah, when you really need
inside
to just,
out. Yeah.
this part. Yeah. This one's also pretty cool.
A fan favorite.
Yeah.
Looks like one of those electric violins without the strings.
Yeah. Is Lindsey Sterling like the most famous like modern violinist?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Who would be the most famous? I'm just gonna Google it.
Hilary Hahn, maybe?
I don't know who that is.
Itzhak Perlman?
I've heard that.
I've heard that name.
Okay.
Well, there's no single definitive most famous violinist today. Itzhak Perlman
What's this guy look
is
like?
frequently cited as one of the most prominent and widely recognized classical violinists globally.
All right. Go
Yeah.
get it. It's like...
Real flexible scraper. I like to use this one for the final scrape because it leaves a pretty nice finish.
And this never feels right. This is so beautiful. I don't want to
Yeah.
take something harsh to it, and then we take something harsh to it for a little while, and then like, oh my God, this is so much more beautiful.
Yep.
I don't want to take something sharp to it, And you have to take something sharp to it.
Yep.
These are different color temperatures.
For like seeing scratches, sometimes, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is one I like to use a little bit more for like contouring, like looking at the shadows of like the arching and stuff. Nothing like scientific, I guess.
They just show different things.
Does everybody
Yeah.
use two different color bulbs?
I think most people do. Yeah, I think Gary's got a few different ones.
Interesting. Okay,
yeah.
so it is a standard thing to have 2 different bulbs.
Yeah.
This thing looks beautiful, you guys.
That's day 7. How do we do the transition?
I'll do a spin.
Okay, great work. And now we're on to day 8. What are we doing?
So we gotta set the neck. We're just gonna take some nails, 3 in there.
Is that actually what? No, that's the old school way of doing it.
That is actually how they did it in Strad's time.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna cut a joint. To me, I think this is probably the hardest joint on the violin.
We're cutting pretty deep into it too, huh? Oh.
It's not gonna be straight on. It's gonna be angled, 32 millimeters. I'm gonna start at 28 millimeters, so I set my dividers to 14.
So you cut off that part.
Yeah.
Making a violin.
Looks good, man. Straight down to the perfling. Wow.
Yeah.
Just accommodating the width is what gets you back to the back.
Yep, get it kind of set in. Fix the floor of the mortise so that the angle is correct. Do you want to do this?
What's the chances of me destroying everything?
I mean, not 0. Don't like force it, but kind of, work it in. So always have 2 points of contact with the tool and a point of contact with the work.
Ooh, this is treacherous.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. Hey. Hey. Should I let you take it from here?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. On the mine.
That's beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
It's leaning that way.
Yeah, okay, I see it. It's a little bit crooked.
Bring the floor down on this side, right,
Yeah.
to angle it that way. Better?
Looks good to me. Magnets. Why did you put a magnet in there? That is incredible.
So use this for visually lining up.
Wow, that's cool.
And we can really see the neck centered on the bridge. It is. It's gonna have to go deeper, but I'm gonna kind of get this back a bit.
Same process as we've seen, just deeper.
Do you see it's hitting the button just on this side? So I gotta change the angle of back of the button. Some people will set the neck with a slight tilt towards the treble slide. The theory is that it makes it easier to play because all the strings are easier to get to with the bow, so you don't have to lift your arm as much. The problem with that is that it makes you more likely to hit the side of the instrument with the bow. I set my neck
Flat.
Yeah. Where it's at right now, if I go like 0.5 millimeter too far, the whole thing is
I'll also add, we've been at this for like
3 to 4 hours.
4 hours.
The angle of the sides of the wall are exactly the way that I want them. I'm gonna finally work more on the floor. It's gonna come down a little so that the neck length is right, with about 1.5 millimeters to go.
Is there sandpaper on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Said there'd be no sanding.
I did, that's true, I did say that.
So we learned that the bows for the violin are actually made by other companies. It's like a separate thing.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
You've been immersed on the shop side.
Yeah. This room is very different. Do you guys want to introduce yourself?
Yeah,
Who am
so
I talking to?
Eli. Nice to see you, Rob. And then this is my dad, William Harris Lee, or Bill.
William Harris Lee. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Hey, it's a pleasure to have you guys around.
So talk to us about bows.
For the most part, these are
really?
historical bows that have been made over the past few hundred years.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of a separate facet of this world. Most people that are experts in making instruments, I mean, from what I've seen over the course of my lifetime, are not necessarily experts at making bows. There are some people that dabble in both.
That kind of surprises me, but at the same time, my guitar company doesn't make the guitar picks. Right, Is it just one piece of wood?
It's one piece of wood,
Pernambuco.
Pernambuco mostly, yeah. This is called the frog. This is called the button, and this is what tightens the bow. I'll show you what it's...
Oh, okay.
Being able to put different tensions on the hair is really important because you can get those different effects.
Well,
And
and you
this
also
is-
have to change that stuff throughout the year too. Seasonally, the bows require just as much maintenance as an instrument does.
Yeah,
And you'll have to swap the hair out. It gets short in the winter and long with humidity in the summer.
Is it still horsehair?
Yep.
That's like the
Still
one thing I
horsehair.
know about bows is
Yeah,
that it's
yeah.
horsehair.
There are some alternative options, but they
Nothing
don't
that compares.
respond and sound the same,
Yeah.
on a high level for sure.
Is it mane hair? Is it tail hair? Does it matter?
Tail
yeah.
hair,
Tail-
very important.
A male horse. The male horse is urinating in a different way. So-
Uric acid essentially breaks down the fiber of the hair,
Yeah, so it's
so you can't
weaker,
have it up
brittle.
to tension as
Yeah.
well.
That's wild.
So,
Male horsehair.
yep, colder climates, tail hair.
And so that he's not peeing on it.
Yep, exactly.
You have this wrapping here and thumb grip. It started out as a repair because those areas would get worn down so much, and they put that on to protect it and to hold it. Oh, the head plate up here to give a little more protection if there was some kind of an impact to the end. They started using wood and then ivory and wood or bone and wood. There are some nice synthetics that imitate that. You see the different sizes in the button. You can have this kind of a button, which is 3 pieces. So
There's a lot of room for stylistic expression in bow making where hasn't necessarily been the same for instrument. I don't know if you've seen this instrument yet, but now that you've come a long way through everything, you should probably check this guy out.
look
And
at
then
that inlay in the back.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And
Yeah,
this is
that's
a
beautiful.
violin by Henri Derizet.
Didn't notice the guy's head.
Oh my goodness.
Those are almost all individual tiles that were
really?
inlaid in.
Wow.
Because of the inlays, you have to leave those parts
plates are
thicker.
thicker.
So acoustically, it's not necessarily as desirable, but aesthetically, it's certainly quite impressive.
Mind if I give it a strum?
Oh, please. Yeah.
Nice.
The next one you do, you're going to have to carve your head on the top.
Thanks so much. Thanks, guys.
They can be crazy expensive, like
Yeah.
the quarter, $500,000 boats easily.
$500,000 bows?
$500,000 bow.
I mean, I'm not a great cellist, but I remember the first time I played with like a $60,000 cello bow. I was like, oh, that does help.
I had no idea there was so much going on with the bow, dude.
Yeah. It's also cool to talk to the owner.
Yeah.
All day next set. Do you enjoy this part of the process?
No.
The floor is done.
Done. 130 neck length. We'll need to change the angle on the back of the heel a little bit to bring it in.
Of course. Lights.
Ready.
Hey, look
All
at
right.
No light coming through.
I sure don't see any.
Gonna get ready to glue.
Getting ready for the clamps.
Yep. The idea with this is you use these to grab the fingerboard at the end and you set them so that when you glue it, the fingerboard slots in between.
It's a cool tool.
So that,
Dry run.
yeah. This is the most stressful part of the process. Let's just do it over here, nice clean.
Is this going to be the most important, 10 seconds of the process?
Nice to have 30 seconds.
So you have 30 seconds until the glue sets?
Yeah, basically. Pretty much everything else you can recover from, but if this goes wrong,
Yeah.
rip the neck out. Do a new neck.
Yeah. A little amped up. I mean, this has been all day.
haven't done it.
Now we
Jesus
have 30 seconds to put it on. Here we go. Double check. Is it not the right angle?
Just a little low.
That's it.
Is it the right angle?
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
Great work.
All right. I'm not even cleaning up. I'm just going home.
So this is going to sit for 24 hours.
Yeah. Thereabouts.
And we'll be ready to take the clamps off. And then we'll see you after that on day... What transition are we doing? And we're today, day 9. Getting ready for varnish. The neck is on.
All right. So it looks like a violin now.
Yeah, it definitely does.
What do you think, Rob?
I love it. You could probably put a bridge and some strings on it.
It would play fine.
Yeah, it would play fine.
Varnish adds a little bit of weight and stiffness to the plate.
So today we're just getting it ready for varnish.
Yeah. We got to cut the notches.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops, baby.
We're going to put the notches at 195. 195 is standard because it's where the bridge usually goes for a standard length neck.
Ooh. Are those the notches?
Those are notches.
All right. They look great. I also see we got the nut on there too.
Yeah, that's right. I glued the nut on.
Carving the button.
Carving the button.
I already laid it out with a divider. We can use like a chisel to start. Maybe we can use a sharp chisel. You want to do some?
Sure.
So you're
Like-
going for the blade there.
2 millimeters above the outline.
He's
sort of the
putting a lot of trust in me right now.
Now that we're 9 days in,
Yeah.
do you feel like you're more confident with the chisels?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But going from, oh my God, I'm going to break this immediately to I'm going to break this in time. Making violins.
Based on how the process has been lately, this feels like chaos.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
You're just hacking at it. I love that you just used a quarter.
gauge for
Oh,
the shape.
interesting. I guess that's a very consistent measurement.
I mean, how else are you going to get a quarter now?
Yeah.
Right.
Quarter at top, quarter at bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I love that. You don't need a particular tool. Well, you do, but it only costs 25 cents.
They couldn't make violins before
Yeah.
America. Just make that straight.
Sure.
Use the plane on the middle to connect the two lobes.
You got it, sir. Just really go for it. Just connecting those two spots.
Switch to a file.
Gabe's working on a viola?
Cello.
Yeah.
Cello.
It's like what we did, but way bigger.
Yeah. Honey, I Shrunk the Gabe.
We'll take some more out with the horsetail.
What do you use that for?
Used as an abrasive since the Jurassic period.
Oh, wow.
Since the Jurassic period? T-Rex has used it. I guess Mother Nature sometimes just makes the best tools.
It grows at some Evanston beaches.
Someone just goes out and collects it?
Get to Lighthouse Beach, give it some moisture.
So just the humidity of your breath?
Tape as a backing.
And this just grows on Evanston Beach.
It does.
It's like a really fine sandpaper.
Yeah, except it's not just scratching like sandpaper is actually cutting. It's not pulverizing the wood. So you're always going perpendicular to the fibers. If you go this way, if you go with the fibers, it'll leave scratch
it in,
marks.
yeah. Feels nice.
Do you chase this with another
No,
material?
this is going to be the final.
This is the final
This is
one.
the last
Horsetail's
one?
the final.
We're going to do this probably 4 or 5 times after the first round. Water everywhere to raise the grain. Hit it again, until water doesn't raise the grain anymore.
Wow. Can you feel what it's doing, Rob?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And now it's starting to feel more fine, like a piece of plastic almost.
This horsetail thing looks a lot like sanding.
Not sandpaper, no.
Right.
We're using horsetail.
Don't. Oh no.
Look how
Yeah.
much duller that is.
Yeah. Way more abrasive.
It's crushing the wood, so it kills the reflection.
All right, that's horsetail. Next step is varnish, and we're filming 1st of October next week, so we'll see you guys in November. See you there for day. We are now up north at their Wilmette location. Gonna get into varnishing. Yeah. So what are we doing today?
We're going to put the first coat of varnish on.
What is varnish?
Something that goes on the wood and protects it. And of course, it'll make it look pretty.
Oh yeah, you probably want a really clean workspace.
I would imagine, yeah.
This is a very important step.
Yeah. And it's one that I might be qualified to. Oh! What did I do? I'm apparently not qualified to do vacuuming.
It's a piece of horsetail.
Oh, can't bring me anywhere. It's not expensive, is it?
No.
Just sentimental value through the roof.
Yeah, that's right. I picked it myself.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So the wood is sealed. It's got some color on it. It was exposed to ultraviolet light cabinet, so it simulates the effective age. I mean, a lot of the effective age is exposure to sunlight.
So you just blast it with
We
sunlight?
just blasted it with
artificially.
artificial sunlight.
For how long?
We did about a week.
Oh, wow.
You could do more.
So this was just under those lights for a week?
That'll give it a 10.
Did you already treat the wood pre-UV?
No treatment pre-UV.
Is that here?
I'm just going to show these guys your light box.
I would have thought that this was a part of the process.
Oh,
wow.
Usual's violin. This is a very standard part of modern.
This is so
violin.
cool, dude.
It not only ages the wood, it cures varnish.
Wow.
So after we put the varnish on, we're going to hang it back up in there. So we can do about a coat a day.
How many coats?
Yeah.
Probably it's going to be like 6 to 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
After that, how many coats of stain are already on the violin we're working on?
This is what we sealed with.
A Marmite?
Yeah, it's the forbidden Marmite.
Yeah.
So the varnish is just this stuff cooked with oil. It's a resin. It's cooked resin.
Okay. Tree sap.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I like to say that it's kind of like if we cut the tree down, built a mannequin from its flesh, and then painted it with its blood.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a violin.
Brutal.
Okay, that's your varnish right there. Is that your special recipe?
This is clear varnish. By clear, I just mean it doesn't have any pigments added to it. The color is from
The tree's
substance.
blood.
Yeah, from the tree's blood.
What's it smell like? I mean, it smells like tree sap.
That's what it is.
Yeah. It smells like trees.
Like I've been skiing.
Smells like autumn.
The thinner you put your varnish on, the faster it dries and the less likely you are to get issues. And the trade-off of all of that is that you have to do more coats. I tend to put varnish on pretty thin. This is the same varnish and the same brand.
Beautiful.
If you are planning on antiquing like
Yeah.
that, you maybe can get away with doing a less clean job because a lot of it's coming off and then it's going to get polished out. And I still try to do a good job even if I'm planning on antiquing, which I am for this one. Started to wear the corners.
With guitars, they call it relicking.
Relicking?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
A lot of people want a guitar that looks like it's from the 50s
Sure.
without paying a bajillion dollars.
Turpentine, just brush cleaner.
And it's not like working with hide glue where it's
No.
real quick.
You have some time to kind of like smooth it out. You can even, some people like tap it with their hand. Some people just put this on by hand.
Oh, really?
I'd say like you have like a minute or so. It depends on how viscous it is. Pat some on and then start to spread it. When it starts to like look wet,
It starts to look like it's finished.
yeah. Make sure there's no like globs anywhere. Make sure it's a nice smooth coat.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The first coat is like the easiest because the visual change is like so stark.
You know
And
you're not missing any spots?
Yep. As you build up coats and it kind of gets harder and harder to see what you're doing with each subsequent coat, you can do like a light sanding, matte the surface again.
And it gets tacky pretty fast.
Pretty liquid.
Yeah. Feels like just wet.
Tap this part. I don't want like a hard line, a nice feathering.
Do you not put varnish on the back of the neck?
No, I don't want any varnish here. Player's just going to go right through the varnish.
Sure.
Oh,
With the neck. That's where you're touching the most. I usually finish my necks with like just oil, like linseed oil. If it's too glassy, it's kind of counterintuitive. It's like your hand sticks more.
Yeah.
You want it to
Yeah.
be smooth, but like slide really easily.
Yep. Looks great.
Usually get some varnish in the peg box. Very kind of relaxing process. I start from the edges here, make sure I'm not missing them, and then I kind of pat some varnish on. Too much. I'm gonna brush it off.
Sure.
This is good.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Try to not screw it up, like I did with the vacuum.
This is a push rather than a pull.
I can handle that.
Tap your brush, get some off.
All right. There are so many steps to making a violin.
Tap the edges a little bit. Yeah, that's great.
Varnishing is pretty satisfying. What's your favorite part of the process?
I like the varnish and I like sort of the sculptural, doing the arching. Purfling sucks.
Bass bar.
I don't mind
yeah?
bass bars so much.
Man, I'm editing bass bar right now. It takes forever.
And I'm gonna start brushing to make sure every spot is kind of smooth. Brush with the flame, make sure it gets into the channels.
I love the sounds of instruments being tuned in the background.
Yeah.
Corner right here.
Oh yeah, good catch, good catch. Whenever I do the top, it feels like the varnish dries faster. Maybe the spruce wants to absorb it more. One theory I had is that like maybe the corduroy texture, the surface area is like more than it looks like.
Yeah, that does make sense. A lot more ridges.
Give it a brush, feel how much like more it resists.
Oh yeah.
Is that weird?
It's a lot different than the sides. It's very, very sticky.
Yeah, look how it gets stuck in there. Can you see
Yeah.
that? All right,
Looks great.
that's it.
Lightbox for a day and repeat 7-8 times.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in
I'd say a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
We didn't do any transition from day 9 to 10.
Yeah, we didn't. Did we end with one?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
There she goes.
All right.
The double violin UV situation. That was fast.
Yeah, and fascinating.
I give my fingers a little turf bath.
They're sticky. We'll see you in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last day, violin. It's going down. How many coats of varnish?
Maybe 6.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
The board is tacked on right now. As part of setting it up, we're going to glue it on permanently. So we're going to take it off and we can slide it right off. I also want the button. So let's go grab a button.
Love to see the setup shop. Definitely make violins here.
The setup shop.
Cool.
4 pegs.
And the buttons.
Where do you get your pegs and buttons?
I don't know. I got them from this filing cabinet right here.
How you doing? I'm good. Our last day. Excited to hear this thing.
They come a little big, and we shave them down to the size that we want. So this is a peg shaver. It's like a really big pencil sharpener. It's set to the same taper as the reamer that we'll use, so the pegs are tapered. I'm just scoring the end of the shaft right where it meets the collar there, right at the end, because the shaver is going to go right up to the collar.
And we got a bit for it.
Yep. Watch this. Blow your little minds.
Yeah. Whoa. And that's it. There we go.
This is for the
end button. Just a little thing to hold the end, because it's hard to turn. There's not much to grip onto.
Okay.
I shave it to the same as the pegs usually. We will need reamers for the peg holes, well, and also the end button, which is cut to the same taper. There's cutters on one side. Look, so that side is flat. This side has cutters. I also need to adjust the kind of the skew. While I'm pushing, I'm gonna gently tug and it'll change the angle. What I want is it to point this way so that it's levered against the block and it stops the button from coming out. It's just held in place by friction. Put some graphite. You don't want it to be tough to take out. That's all it needs. Okay, we got the end button to make a nice saddle. You could just use any old scrap of ebony. We get like these pre-shaped saddles. I don't like the shape of them, so I'm gonna use a bigger piece, cut it to exactly the shape that I want. Before we can do that, we have to cut the mortise for the saddle.
What is the saddle?
The saddle mounts the tail gut as it comes over from the button. It's actually quite acoustically important. The height of the saddle impacts the break angle of the strings over the bridge.
Saddle up.
Yep, the scraper a little bit. I'm gonna grab Ushel's alignment jig. I need to permanently glue on the fingerboard. This is gonna give me like an artificial bridge by which to sight the center when I'm gluing the board on. So now when we're fitting the board, you can see that it's straight on. Mark a center line on the board. The glue in the center has nowhere to go, so I wanna create a little space for it. Plane both this surface and the neck surface to get a good fit. Flat, 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 flat. I almost wanna feel like a little bit of a vacuum. We've done good preparation and everything is locked in place.
And even more high stakes gluing.
You be good to the glue and the glue be good to you. Just let the glue do its thing. All right, cool. Get the width of our saddle mortise. These come mostly pre-shaped. We need to cut them to width and height. I'll flatten the bottom. For the height, my starting point is 4 millimeters over the purfling. We'll make the height of the saddle about 7, so I'll plane off the top. 7. Want to make sure that it nestles neatly into that little undercut. Boom. We need a tailpiece and strings. We need the rest of our material.
Get the best one, okay?
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing. Fine tuner for the E string. That goes at the end, called the tail cut. Need a chin rest, the A string. G.
Yes, that's a G, all right. How much is a new set of strings?
That set new is probably like $130 or something. Double bass strings are like $600.
Jeez.
In Stradivari's day, the strings probably cost almost as much as the instrument.
Really?
Yeah, that would have been the main expense for musicians with the gut strings.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
They're not gut anymore.
No, these are synthetic core wound in metal, except for the E string, which is just metal.
Cool.
And the strings go to chin rest, Twix for the road.
Grab a nut.
Got the violin up to cello. Take a look and see how the initial fit is. Playing a little bit off.
When you pull it out of the drawer, how close to its final height is it?
This one just about done, like a third taller than it needs to be. So you just gotta round some edges and break some sharp corners, and happy with that. No rocking. Pencil mark on either side. Real rough height estimate. Little shapes there.
Yep.
So now I'll just take my pencil, mark about half, roughly. Side that's facing the scroll, third to half of the distance. Sharp chisel for the ebony. Break some of those harsh corners so it's as smooth as can be. Just do even more softening of the edges. Just looks like it's growing out of the fingerboard. A little bit of glue, 2 tiny little drops.
And you just hold it? No
Yep,
clamps?
Like 30 seconds, minute. There she is.
Cool.
Just like the end pin, same technique. Get it to the finished thickness for the peg to fit properly.
I've got tuning pegs in. Check to make sure that they're making contact evenly on both sides of the peg box wall. Feeling the warmth with my lip. You gotta kiss the peg.
Yeah. There's a lot more of your face in the process than I
would think.
Yeah. I'm just surprised that works. The friction pegs actually.
It works really, really well if they're done correctly.
Do you make this?
I'll show you a blank. They come maybe like this. We're gonna do some carving to make it look pretty.
Did you stain it? What did you do?
Nope, this is just the natural wood color of this bridge.
Oh, okay.
Where does the string go in the peg? Is there a hole through
We're
it?
gonna drill a hole. I'll show
Okay,
you that.
yeah.
We're gonna trim the ends so that they're nice and flush.
Yeah, I love how
VN, violin.
little 3D printed setup.
Yep. Perfect.
Cool.
Next.
All right. There it is.
Beautiful.
These are holes of different sizes. Line it up
Whoa.
on the center. You can see this cutter
Yeah.
goes right in here. Get it nice.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we gotta drill the holes for the strings. We'll use this one for the E because the E is like almost wire. This is the A peg. And then this is pedal operated. You kind of don't want to do it all at once. Go in and come out so that the waste has somewhere to come out of and it doesn't tear out the other side. And do the next one.
3 to go. Yeah, thank you. There's the D string right there.
Nice.
For the highest string, the E.
I changed the drill bit.
Yeah. The E string is like 0.26, 0.27 millimeters. All right, peg's done. A couple of finishing touches on the pegs. Don't like any sharp edges near a string.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's all
cool.
it needs.
It's so tiny. Gabe's working on another one.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I don't miss this part at all.
Oh, really?
Not at all.
What was your favorite step?
You like the gluing. You like when it's like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Gluing on the neck. There's a time limit. It's exciting. That's why I got into violin making, was for the adrenaline.
Polish the end a little bit.
So what's that?
It's like a buffing stick for nails.
Getting shiny.
Okay, so the pegs rely on friction, but they need to be not so grippy that you can't easily tune them.
Oh, the chalk?
The chalk in conjunction with, we call it peg dope. I don't know what's called dope for some reason.
Dope.
Doing them both seems to give it a really nice feel, like it just turns exactly when you want it to and not when you don't.
Do you know what the peg dope is?
They say it's like talc, clay, petroleum jelly, maybe
Sure. Whatever it is.
graphite.
It's good
Yeah.
for pegging.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just enough give Repeat 3 more times.
Repeat 3 more times. Before we can fit the bridge, sandpost needs to go in. The box of used sandposts. It's like sandpost that came out of another instrument.
What is a soundpost?
The French called it the soul of the violin.
So it gains consciousness once this cuts?
Once we put this in, it has rights.
Yeah.
So it has a number of functions. The bridge sits right here. At the point where it's touching, it stops the vibration of the plate. It is also transferring vibrations from the top to the back. Directly down the soundpost.
Speaker on the back of it almost.
Yeah. I've got a gauge here to give me a starting point for the length. Adjust the height until both ends are touching the bottom and the top plates. That gives me an idea of the length that the post needs to be. I take my sandpost setter, make a little notch right in the middle of the post, closer towards the top, above the midpoint, so I know which end is the top. Now to fit it, to get an idea of the angle, I'm gonna put it on the top in reverse. I want the post to be about the same distance inside of the bridge as the bass bar is on the other side. We need to cut more of an angle straight up and down. Let's see if we can get it standing up. And normally I would look down the buttonhole.
You just wedge it in there.
Whoa,
I've done this with a lot of acoustic guitars and guitar picks.
Since you're looking down, you can tell me, is it straight up or down?
Bottom is closer to you.
I see. How about now?
Almost.
What I can see immediately on the top is a gap. I don't know if you can see that. First, I'm gonna pull it a little tighter. It has to fit perfectly to the inside of the top and the back. Grab my mirror. I'm gonna look at the sides that I can't see. On the back, there's a little gap. I need to take a little off my 3 o'clock on the top and a little off my 9 o'clock on the back.
And you just do that on top and bottom until it fits perfectly.
Yep, not only fits perfectly, but is in the right spot. Which side is closer to me?
The top.
How about now?
Yep, got it.
A little measurement tool. It's actually pretty close to where I want it to be already.
And that's another piece I didn't even know existed.
Wow, good catch.
I didn't know the bass bar existed. I didn't know the soundpost existed.
The first soundpost I ever cut for my very first violin took me 3 days.
Really?
And I almost quit. Soundpost is in. It pushes the top up a little bit on this side, so that's why we want it in before we do the bridge. We're using a 42 millimeter bridge that gives us the correct overhang over the bass bar, and I've cut more off the treble foot so that it could lean over and be in line with the center. It's touching a little bit right here, there, and there.
Trying to get it to hug the surface perfectly.
Yep.
It's bass bar all over again.
Yep.
This is kind of insane.
If this fit okay, it would work fine. If it fits perfectly, think about how much more efficient the energy transfer from the strings to the top is.
It doesn't have to be perfect. You just prefer to make something good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what would be diabolical? If we made this whole video and then at the end of the video you didn't get to hear the violin.
That's depraved.
That would be evil.
We have a label. I think this could potentially be one of the more interesting law firms out there as well. As Scallon, Hennigan, and Hassan. Right? Go ahead and give her a sign, and then we can get that in there.
Nice.
Takes a village.
Wow. How on earth do you get this into the violin?
One of these guys will show you. Same way as the sound post, a little less complicated. Wet the back of it with glue. Go in through the F-hole. Good coverage on there. You don't want the label to loosen up and buzz down the line.
Oh yeah, of
It'll
course.
make some weird noises if you have a loose label.
Yep.
Press on the corners, because if it wants to lift up, it'll start there.
All right.
It is made.
Nicely done.
All right, so I fit the bridge. This is the tailpiece, this is the tail gut.
Aha.
Fine tuner.
The E string.
Yep. From the manufacturer, this little hook can have sharp edges that can break the string.
File everything down.
Yep.
Why the E? Because it's so thin?
Because it's so thin, it changes pitch the most quickly with the least amount of movement. I'm going to project the fingerboard along where the E string would be. Want it to be 3.5 millimeters over the fingerboard.
You feel so close.
The same for the G string. Take our bridge radius template. Oh, that's a little generous. It'll be where it ends up plus a little.
A lot of whittling.
Take it over to the...
Is that magnet?
Yep.
Whoa. So many tools for so many parts of the process.
That's the best tool I've ever seen.
It's so great. The bridge, it's not flat on either side. There's a little bit of a cant on the back.
We never say can't.
The reason for that is that it provides strength and resistance, especially from the pulling of the string tuning. Playing off this side, until I reach that line. I'm leaving mass in the center for strength.
Oh, is that right? You were to put the string notches?
It's handy.
Are there different thicknesses for each one, or?
A little bit. We'll do most of that with the file. We want the spacing to be really perfectly even. Almost. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Use your thumb to kind of support the file.
A string.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Gotta put my face on it. It's the rule. It's a G string. Eh?
Yep. The distance of the string from the back end of the bridge to the tailpiece, called the after length, is acoustically important. Ideally, you should be able to pluck one string and then the after length of the next string up, and it sounds an octave.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that part's tuned.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess that helps with the resonance of the
Yeah.
instrument that you have. Like,
Yeah.
So a violin kind of has like sympathetic
Resonance
strings
is all
on
over
it.
the place.
Yeah.
The whole thing
Huh.
is sympathetic. Graphite and the string grooves. All right, where's our strings?
All right. Putting strings on it.
I'm not even gonna like tune it. This is just to see how high the strings
Yeah.
are. There's all sorts of like deflationary moments and like setting up a new violin like this where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're there. It's like, no, not really.
Yeah. Yeah, we got strings on it and we're taking them off.
Yeah, we're taking them off. Yeah, exactly. Take that off.
Do we get a note? All right. Look at that. Look at that. That's a violin. How are we looking?
5.5 over there. 6 over here. So we're gonna mostly take off on that side.
Did we do something wrong? Or does it sound... Oh, you got to tune it. Oh, wow.
What's that now?
Little jack.
Oh, that's cool. So you don't need to take the strings off again.
We might if we have to change the after length. It's actually right on right now, so
Awesome.
we might not have to.
That's cool looking too.
Yeah.
So you got quite a bit to take off. That tool is so cool.
$3.5.
And what are we looking for?
3.5.
All right.
5.5.
Nailed it. Still got a bit of work to do.
We're almost there. Thin the ankles out.
What does that do?
Freeze it up to vibrate more.
Gotcha. Do you love having a camera inches from your knife?
Yeah, it's awesome. A couple little finishing cuts.
What are these cuts about?
Style.
This is all about style, Jake. You wouldn't know anything about it. It's a nice bridge. I burned all my bridges. Now none of my guitars work.
It does need the parchment, so I'll run over and do that. Putting a piece of parchment on the E string notch to protect it. Because the E string is so wiry, it'll cut into the wood. You want to do the honors?
Oh, on the parchment?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is just to make it pliable.
Crazy glue.
Yeah. The number of times I've dropped one of these, or even just like taken my eyes like away from it. And there you have it.
All right.
While we're here, some like earth pigments, piece of carpet, maybe like burnt sienna and
Just for some color.
just for some nice color. All right, we're done.
All right.
Awesome. Looks great.
The string protector, the E string is so narrow and so high tension that it will cut into the wood of the bridge. We put a piece of parchment on the bridge, so you just don't need the string protector that comes with it.
We're gonna actually tune it.
We're gonna tune it.
Oh, can you see the parchment?
Yes. It's really starting to look like a violin now, guys.
Yeah.
Is it? It's getting close.
Oh yeah, we got to put on the chin guard.
That's right.
Beautiful. Oh, you're really good at that.
Well, do you got to put the chin thing on?
Oh yeah. Chin rest.
How's it feel, Rob?
Feels great. Wow. All the work that went into this.
Wow. There it is.
It's beautiful.
So you go to a crack in the metal back.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. And that is building a violin from scratch. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for spending your time with us. It means a lot. Huge thanks to William Harris Lee & Co. for letting us in on the experience. We'll put a link to them right at the top of the description. And this won't be the last time we do something like this. And we've done it before. Here's a playlist. So if you'd like to subscribe, we're always having a lot of musical fun here on the channel. Thanks so much for watching.